Hello and welcome. Since November 4th, 2024, every college basketball fan has dreamed of Selection Sunday finally arriving, and it feels like Christmas morning. And a bonus all on top of that, Michigan basketball is playing for a Big Ten championship against the Wisconsin Badgers here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Ethan Summers, joined by TJ Fossmeyer. TJ, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, does it?
No, I mean, going into this week, I don't think there was few Michigan fans that ever would have expected to come into Championship Sunday, Selection Sunday, with a Big Ten title on the line. And boy, a lot of questions were going to be answered this week, and they were answered emphatically. And now Michigan has a chance to come away from Indianapolis with a Big Ten title, their first since 2018.
What a run it's been for this Michigan team. Underdogs in all three games, including this one. They knock off the Boilermakers on Friday in an outstanding victory. And then, I mean, words can't describe what happened yesterday. No. A close 81-80 win against Maryland, led by a game-winning layup coast to coast by Tre Donaldson. And now it all comes down to this against the Wisconsin Badgers, who have had a significant run themselves, the fifth-seeded team in this tournament. They knock off Northwestern and then UCLA and then the one-seed Michigan State. And here they are to face Michigan. Obviously headlining the Wisconsin Badgers team is John Tonje, the runner-up for Big Ten Player of the Year. An outstanding tournament. He's averaging 25.3 points per game in this tournament. Just outstanding. He has 76 points this weekend so far, and no expectation for him to let up today. He had 32 yesterday against Michigan State, 26 against UCLA. In that game, he went 6 for 6 from deep.
Yep.
Just an outstanding player, and it's going to be a challenge for Michigan to try and slow him down. He's supported by John Blackwell, of course, Max Klesmit, Stephen Crowell, and Nolan Winter in the starting lineup. For the Wolverines, there are no surprises here. It's the same lineup they've stuck with all tournament long. It's Tre Donaldson at the point with Namari Burnett, Reuben Jones, Danny Wolf, and Vlad Golden. Let's talk a little bit about Danny Wolf. What a tournament he's been having, playing way more aggressively. What are your thoughts on him? He could potentially win Most Valuable Player of this one.
He very well can, and he's had 2 double-doubles, and that just continues his regular season success. He's made it 15 on the season, and you know, he leads the Big Ten in rebounding, and he's not even the #1 scorer as well for this Michigan team. And with him clicking as well as the guard play, as we've just beaten that old drum all weekend long for Michigan, it does run through Golden and Wolf, and particularly with Wolf. He had 18 and 11 against Purdue, 21 and 14 against Maryland, and they have an interesting matchup down low with Crowell and Winter. You know, those are really capable bigs that can shoot the ball really efficiently. Granted, they kind of took an efficiency loss relative to last season, both those two, but they can shoot. So those two, Golden and Wolf, cannot give up anything on the perimeter. They're going to have to play up on them all the time, which only opens things up for Wisconsin. So that's one thing I look forward to heading into this game.
These teams have already met once. It was back in December. It was the first game of Big Ten play for both teams. However, this Michigan team went into the Kohl Center and got a victory. These teams are much different since December, however. Michigan in that game, though, they got the Wisconsin bigs into foul trouble early. Wisconsin did have their worst three-point shooting game in Big Ten play, I believe. So it's going to be a tough challenge to beat the Wisconsin team today that's been playing very well. Michigan, though, has been rolling their last 2 games and look to continue that. For both coaches, Dusty May, he's looking to be the first-year head coach to win the Big Ten tournament since Brian Ellerby did it in 1998, the first ever Big Ten tournament played. Of course, that win was vacated later on. This is Michigan's 4th Big Ten tournament final in the last 8 tournaments played. They've won it in 98, 17, and 18. And were runner-ups in 2014 and 2019. For Greg Gard, this is his 10th season, but he's still looking to win that first Big Ten tournament championship. Yep. He is a 2-time regular season champion and a 2-time Big Ten tournament runner-up. They lost to Michigan, of course, in that 2017 Big Ten tournament final. The Wisconsin Badgers have won the tournament in 2004, 2008, and 2015, and runner-ups in 05, 07, 13, 17, and 24. But here we go, we're ready for tip-off here. Vlad Golden and Stephen Crowell will face off. Gainbridge Center is rocking.
Yeah.
It'll be myself and TJ for the first half. Alex Miller will take over for me in the second. We can't wait for this one. It's all smiles here from WCBN. We thank you guys for listening. And let's go.
Excited for this one. And both these teams certainly did not expect to come into the season to be here. So, I mean, they're playing for everything in this one. Greg Gard looking for his first, as you said, Ethan, and Michigan and Dusty May, a huge bounce-back year, finishing last, and now they have a chance to completely turn it on its head with a Big Ten title here in Indianapolis this afternoon.
Regardless of the outcome today, what a job Dusty May has done to this program in just 1 year. But, of course, a Big Ten tournament championship would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
It is definitely the highest energy environment that we've seen so far in this arena. Seems as though a lot of fans have made the trip for Sunday. Neither team probably expecting to be in this game before the tournament started. But here we go, tip-off about to be underway, and Michigan comes down with it. It's Danny Wolf, and Reuben Jones will take it at the Big Ten tournament logo. He's at the top of the key. Danny Wolf now to Tre Donaldson on the left wing. Gets a screen from Wolf. Drives in. Floater attempt. No good off the front iron. Rebounded by Blackwell. And the Wisconsin Badgers are on their way. It's Tanjay now in the left wing. Picks up his dribble, now looks for options. And it's Crowell on top of the key. Looks for a pass inside. Stolen away by Reuben Jones, who saves it from going out of bounds to Amari Burnett. And Michigan gets a steal. Danny Wolf at the top of the key. Gets a screen. Thought about the three. Didn't take it. Now Vlad Golden. At the top of the key, gives it to Amari Burnett, left wing, deep three, he'll take it, he hits it, and Michigan's on the board first.
And Reuben Jones had that open in the left wing, was a little frustrated, Wolf couldn't find him, but Burnett, same spot, and it hit.
Blackwell now, to the top of the key, it's Klesman, he'll take a deep straightaway three and bottom, and they answer 3-3. 18:55 to go in the first half. Tre Donaldson driving in right in the middle. Dumps it down to Danny Wolf. Reverse layup is good. And a nice dish by Tre Donaldson. And Michigan up 5-3 with 18:45 to go. It's Nolan Winter. Gives it to Crowell on the right wing. Back to Winter. And Tanjay dumps it down low to Winter, who's driving back door. And a walk. That's too many steps. And another turnover by the Badgers.
Yeah, good break for Michigan. Winter had a step on him as he cut to the basket. Burnett down low to cover off. Interrupted Winter down low, so good turnover to Michigan's benefit.
Reuben Jones will take it over to half court, gives it to Danny Wolf, to Tre Donaldson in the left wing. Another pick and roll with Wolf. Pick and pop, Danny Wolf. Pump fakes, now jabs, dribbles inside, spin move, picks up his dribble, tries to skip past to Amari Burnett, but that one offline and out of bounds, a turnover by the Wolverines. Wisconsin ball 5-3 Michigan, 18:17 to go in the first half. Blackwell sets up the offense, swings it across. It's Tanjay in the right wing. Now down low to Crowell. Crowell to top of the key. Now left wing is Klesman. To Crowell and Tanjay in the right wing. Blackwell on the left wing gets a screen and moves inside, right-hand floater, air ball, and rebounded by Danny Wolf. Nice defense there by Amari Burnett. Tre Donaldson moves inside, backdoor cut is Amari Burnett, and the layup is up and in. 7-3 Michigan, 17:30 to go in the first half. Blackwell with some pace gets the offense set up for the Badgers. Winter will set a screen for Klesman on the right side. Now a swing pass, three-pointer from the left wing is no good by Crowell. And Reuben Jones comes away with the rebound. Swings it up floor. Right wing three for Danny Wolf. No good. And Tanjay comes away with the rebound. Klesman now a deep left wing three off the front iron. And some fast play here. Tanjay gets the offensive board. Dribbles inside. Now kicks it out. Straightaway three is good for Nolan Winter. And it's 7-6. Michigan with 16:57 to go. Vlad Golden on the top of the key. Now tries to dump it down low for Tre Donaldson, and he couldn't come away with that pass. And it's another turnover.
Both teams already with two turnovers. Michigan got burned with it 19 last night, but that is, again, not their ride or die. It's the rebounding and the guard play, and it so far has shown up. Burnett with 5 so far.
Michigan dominated on the glass yesterday as Klesman has it on the left wing, swings it across to Nolan Winter. Now gives it to Tonje. Tonje comes off the screen with Reuben Jones on him, spins inside, looking for a shot, can't get it, swings it out. Now McGee, who just checked in, swings it across to Gilmore, who also just checked in, who hands it off to Klesman in the right corner. Swings it out, top of the key. Nolan Winter in and out. Straightaway 3, rebounded by Vlad Golden. And now in the corner, right corner, Namari Burnett. That 3, no good. Tonje comes away with the board and moves up the floor. Moves inside on Reuben Jones. Swings it out to Nolan Winter, who gives it right back to Tonje in the right wing. Extra pass to Klesman. No good. Offensive rebound by Wisconsin. Tonje with it at the top of the key. And Winter will take a wide open 3. That went off the heel, no good. Danny Wolf on the left wing gives it to Reuben Jones, who passes it to Burnett on the right wing. Now down low on the right block is Vlad Golden. Moves inside, looking for a shot. Goes up with the right hand, off the glass and off. Still 7-6, 15:38 to go in the first half. It's Winter at the top of the key. Gives it to Klesman on the right wing. Klesman moves right and then left. Tries to dump it down low, but stolen away by Vlad Golden. Now Donaldson on the break. Gives it to Reuben Jones, who moves inside. Lost his dribble, but got it back. Extra pass back to Reuben Jones in the left wing. 3-pointer air ball. 15-15. Some fast pace.
Yeah, and you got to push that up in transition. Michigan had numbers.
Tonje drives inside, goes up, and also airballs the layup. A lot of contact, but no whistle. Danny Wolf comes away with the rebound. Now moves in. Drives inside, backs him down, and a walk called on Danny Wolf as Carter Gilmore hit the deck on the drive by Danny Wolf, and Wolf tripped over him, and that'll take us to the under 16. A quick 5 minutes there, and a lot of misses both ways.
Yeah, not incredibly efficient for both teams. You know, what I've liked from Michigan so far and pretty much all tournament, I've loved what they've been able to do off the off-ball cuts and the backdoor cuts. You know, Gale succeeded at that over the last 2 games. Burnett, that has worked to his success. They need to feed those off-ball cuts, and it has been working, and Donaldson has been finding them as well. But also for Wisconsin, you know, when I went into this, you know, Michigan has to go up on the bigs of Crowell and Winter in the perimeter. They can't give him any space, and Winter has been good from behind the arc, has hit. So they need to, they can't give him any space once they get up into the half court, because they are potent shooters.
Nolan Winter definitely not scared to pull up from deep. He's 1 for 3 so far.
I think also, you know, Tonje so far was 0-3 rebounds. Granted, Reuben Jones has his work extremely cut out for him this afternoon against John Tonje. Unanimous All Big Ten first team, has had a phenomenal run here in Indianapolis. Will likely be the most valuable player here in the tournament should Wisconsin pull away with the win here this afternoon. He has averaged 25 points a game here in Indianapolis. And Reuben Jones, I mean, that's the #1 perimeter defensive option you have for this Michigan team, and he has his work cut out against one of the best players in the conference.
Dusty May trusting Reuben Jones to go out there and defend Tonje one-on-one. So far, doing a pretty good job. Tonje's looked for some options offensively, only taken 1 shot and missed it on the driving layup. He had to go over Wolf and Golden there and couldn't convert. But it's 7-6 at the 15-minute mark left in the first half.
One thing to keep a note, rebounding margin, I've been hammering this all weekend, 7-5 in Wisconsin's favor, and Michigan has to maintain and persist in their physicality on the glass. That has been so successful for them down the stretch in Maryland, where they just decimated the Terrapins in the rebounding margin, I believe by around 30. And then, you know, with Purdue, that was Purdue's one weakness. They are not a really good rebounding team, and they exploited that to their benefit. They need to keep doing that as well.
Yeah, Michigan won the rebounding battle 47-18 against the Terrapins yesterday. Usually that means a wider scoring margin than 1 point.
Yeah.
But it did help them come away with the victory.
Mm-hmm. You have to go back into that identity of crashing the glass defensively and particularly offensively as well. That was really crucial for Michigan yesterday.
especially from Vlad Golden. He had 6 offensive boards. 6 of his 10 rebounds were offensive in the win against Maryland. As Roddy Gale and Will Cheddar check in for the Wolverines for Namari Burnett and Vlad Golden. As we are back underway, McGee crosses half court for the Badgers, gives it to Blackwell at the Big Ten tournament logo, who drives right, now circles back, gives it to Gilmore, and a pass inside to Janicki. Now down low on the left block is Crowell, pass out, Gilmore. Crowell back on the left block, going up over Cheddar, gets the foul on Cheddar, and Stephen Crowell will head to the line for 2. It's 7-6 with 14:35 to go.
And I like the decision from Greg Gard to feed Crowell down low. Will Cheddar, it seems like that's been the consensus along opposing Big Ten coaches. If Will Cheddar is your primary post defender, you just got to attack it. And pretty much every team so far has exploited that.
The first free throw, no good by Crowell, which is surprising. He's an 82.5% free throw shooter. So he knocks down the second, and we're all tied up at 7. 14:30 to go. Tre Donaldson crosses half court for the Wolverines. Roddy Gale in the right wing. Now dumps it down low to a cutting Wolf, who lost the ball. Ball's loose, picked up by Blackwell and the Badgers. Left wing is Janicki. Swings it across to McGee. Thought about driving right. Swings back. Wolf on him. Takes a pull-up 3. No good off the heel. And rebounded by Crowell. Offensive rebound by Wisconsin, and they set back up on offense. Blackwell on the left wing. Driving in on Gale. Swings it across to Gilmore. Gilmore at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble and looks for options. Gives it to Blackwell. Pull-up 3 from the left wing. Air ball. Another offensive rebound, but McGee had his foot out of bounds, and it's Michigan basketball.
Good break for Michigan with McGee's foot out of bounds. They have to regain that physicality down low, especially on the offensive glass. That's what killed them against Illinois a couple weeks ago. So far, 3-0 in Wisconsin's favor.
L.J. Kaysen checks in for Tre Donaldson, and Roddy Gale has it at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Cheddar, drives left, spinning back to the basket, gives it out to Cheddar, who thought about a deep range 3, now swings it to L.J. Kaysen on the right wing. Drives inside, now Jones on the right wing. Moves back to the Big Ten tournament logo. Gets a screen from Wolf. Pass to Cheddar in the left corner. He'll take contested 3. No good. Rebounded by McGee. McGee, not pretty undersized, but he gets a lot of rebounds for this Wisconsin team. Blackwell, a little bit of a push-off on Reuben Jones. No whistle, though. Gets it back in the left wing. Driving on Danny Wolf. Reverse layup. Kicks it out. McGee wide open. Right wing 3. No good. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Will Cheddar. Gives it to L.J. Kaysen. Kaysen driving in. Cheddar now. Left corner again. Pump fake. Kick out. Straightaway 3. L.J. Kaysen. No good. Rebound gets tipped around and corralled by McGee. Janicki takes a 3. No good from the left wing. McGee tried to save the rebound. Picked up by Kaysen, and Michigan has numbers going the other way. Roddy Gale drives inside. Kicks it out to Kaysen. And a blocking foul called on McGee, who was late to get into position on that possession. 12:33 to go, 7-7. There's been no points in the last 5 minutes for the Wolverines. And 0 for their last 8 field goals are the Wisconsin Badgers. A low-scoring one here in Indianapolis. Kaysen will inbound underneath the basket. Burnett checks back in, and so does Golden for Wolf and Jones. Roddy Gale with it on the right wing, gets a screen from Golden. Gale moves in, thought about a free throw line jump shot, gives it to Golden on the right block. He spins, he goes up, it bounces off the front iron and drops, and Vlad Golden gets Michigan on the board for the first time in a while. 9-7 Michigan. Tanjay with it on the right wing. It's Blackwell on the left wing, swings it across. Klesmit out to the corner as Tanjay, 3-pointer, no good, rebounded by Kaysen. Kaysen drives in, tough move, gets blocked on the floater Offensive rebound by the Wolverines. Vlad Golden straightaway three. Bullseye! Vlad Golden! He's 2 for 2 in his last 2 3-point attempts. 12-7 Michigan, 11:35 to go. Tonje drives in on the right side baseline, swings it out. Extra pass to Klesman on the left wing. Now Blackwell open left corner three. That one's good. 12-10. Michigan leads, 11:15 to go in the first half. Roddy Gale to Golden. He takes another three straight away. That one off the glass and no good. Offensive rebound by Cheddar, who tips it out to Roddy Gale. Now Kaysen on the left wing. Gets a screen from Cheddar. Drives right. Now steps back. Picks up his dribble. Throws it across to Amari Burnett on the right wing. Amari Burnett gets a screen from Golden. Moving left. Kicks it out to Cheddar. Pump fake from the left corner. Now swing across. Roddy Gale. Right wing three. No good. And a foul called on the rebound by Vlad Golden. That's his first. And we'll head to the under 12. 10:50 to go. 12-10 Wolverines lead. DJ, your thoughts?
I mean, both teams on a little bit of a cold streak. Offensively, not the offensive shootout we have seen certainly in this tournament here in Indianapolis. Michigan, and I think pivotal to their lead and their success, they have a +1 rebounding margin, 11-2, and they have been more aggressive on the offensive glass. That has been absolutely pivotal. I think one thing for Wisconsin, we can talk about John Tonje all we want, but like we have said for Michigan as well, who else is going to show up? And I think that one player for Wisconsin has to be Max Klesman. He has taken a little bit of a slip. He's been a little banged up. He's also taken a slip, as far as shooting efficiency, about 10% from the field from last season to this season. But if his shots are hitting, that's when Wisconsin's at their absolute best, and he needs to come up in a big way for the Badgers' success this afternoon.
Well, Vlad Golden hits a big-time three and then took a little bit of a heat check there after. Couldn't hit it. Roddy Gale got a good look as well. Michigan shooting 22% from three-point range so far. But on the Badgers side of things, they're shooting 20% from the field and 23% from three-point range. So neither team able to find their stride shooting-wise. And it's not like they're getting bad looks. Both teams getting looks that they are happy with. Michigan 2 of their last 11 and Wisconsin 1 of their last 10. So both teams trying to figure it out offensively during this media timeout. Yeah,
and of course, we've been talking about it. It's up to the guard play. Burnett has showed up. Donaldson has to show up a little bit. I like the shot by Kaysen. They're wide open in the left wing. Fortunately, that didn't fall. I like this, more shooting aggression so far for the Wolverines, but I think you still have to feed Golden. His hook shot, from about 10 to 12 feet out is probably the most reliable shot, or at least one of the most reliable shots in the country. And when he's in that range, he's nearly automatic. And they have to feed it to him. They have Corral. They have a 250-pound matchup. Golden's got an inch on him, so that's going to be a matchup to see all afternoon. And Golden, it seems like, has been carving up post defenders all season long and in this tournament as well.
John Tonje, when you're averaging 25.3 points per game in this tournament, which is an absurd number, coming off a 32-point game yesterday, it is a shock that we are 9 minutes and 10 seconds into this game, and he's got a donut up there.
And it's still early days, and Reuben Jones has had his work cut out against him, and he has looked really good. When he is off, it's either been Gale or Burnett. I've been really impressed with Burnett's skill set so far on the defensive side, particularly against Tonje as well. But yeah, no, Reuben Jones is just a phenomenal perimeter defensive player, and that's the go-to guy, and Dusty has trusted him, and it has shown so far.
So here we go. We're getting ready to get back underway here as John Blackwell will get ready to lead the Wisconsin offense in this possession. Xavier Amos inbounds it to him, and Donaldson picks up at the midcourt line. Blackwell swings it across to Amos, who almost lost his footing, but catches himself, gives it to Klesman at the top of the key. Extra pass to Winner, no good. From three, and Roddy Gale comes away with the rebound. Cheddar, right wing three, thought about it, but kicks it across to Tre Donaldson at the Big Ten tournament logo, who will set up the offense. Donaldson with Blackwell on him, gives it to Roddy Gale. Hands it off to Burnett, who gets a screen from Golden. Picks up his dribble, though, and gives it to Tre Donaldson back to the Big Ten tournament logo. Vlad Golden with his back to the basket, now faces the basket with Winter on him. Spin move, left hand, scoop, no good off the glass. And Tanjay will push the tempo for the Badgers. Hesitation inside, 2 Wolverines on him, kicks it out. Blackwell, extra pass to Tanjay. Pump fake, drives in, gets it stripped away from him by Tre Donaldson on the layup attempt. What a job by Tre Donaldson to get that steal.
Yeah, heads up play from Donaldson, crashing with the help defense on a driving Tanjay.
Donaldson drives left, take a pull-up mid-range, no good, blocked away by Nolan Winter. Vlad Golden inside with Blackwell on him, can't finish the turnaround shot, and Blackwell now pushing the tempo. Blackwell, Euro step inside, right hand layup, no good, offensive rebound, but the ball gets wedgied up against the rim, and it will go the way of the possession arrow, which belongs to the Badgers. Will Cheddar will knock that ball out of the rim. It'll be Wisconsin ball, 12-10, 9:28 to go in the first half.
And unfortunately, that last shot from Golden right there had a mismatch down low against Blackwell. 6'4" down there against Golden's 7'1" stature.
Blackwell will inbound, lobs it up and over to Stephen Crowell, who has Will Cheddar on him. Swings it across, it's Klesman on the right wing. Klesman pump fakes and gets past Amari Burnett. Now takes a step back. Burnett hits the floor. Step back 3 is good from the right corner. A great move by Klesman, and Wisconsin leads 13-12 with 9:10 remaining. Tre Donaldson gives it to Danny Wolf on the right wing. Wolf with Gilmore on him, backs him down now in the paint. Drop step, looking for an option. Kicks it out to Roddy Gale on the left wing, who drives inside on Tanjay. Spin move, Tanjay hits the glass, but a nice move and finish by Roddy Gale, and Michigan leads 14-13. Blackwell on the other end, left corner. Now swings it out to Gilmore at the top of the key with Wolf on him. Gilmore back to Blackwell on the left wing with Cheddar on him. Now a switch on to Wolf. Spin move inside, fade away, mid-range. He's got it.
What a shot from Blackwell.
15-14 Wisconsin, 8:25 to go. Tre Donaldson with it on the right wing. Gets a screen from Danny Wolf. Now steps back. Has Gilmore on him. Swing pass to Cheddar. Left corner 3. He pulls up off the front iron. Rebounded by John Tanjay. Tanjay pulls up. Nope. Pump fake. And gives it to Blackwell on the right wing. Blackwell drives inside with Gale on him. Now dumps it down low in the post to Crowell. Crowell with Wolf on him. Drop step right off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Will Cheddar. Tre Donaldson gives it to Danny Wolf. Deep left wing 3 off the front iron. That one a little too deep for Danny.
Yep.
And it will go out of bounds for the Wisconsin Badgers. It's 7:49 to go. 15-14 Wisconsin. We're at the under 8.
That was, few kind of questionable possessions for Michigan. I thought they did good finding Cheddar on the opposite corner. They're kind of playing drop coverage, left the weak side of the offense go, and found Will Cheddar. That shot couldn't fall, and Wolf's shot couldn't fall. I think Michigan needs to just get back into their offensive skill set here, and what they have done to their success all weekend long here in Indianapolis is driving to the basket, hitting the deck, going downhill, especially with those guards. They need to do that and get back to that. Their three-point shooting has been up as well, and you know exactly what you're going to get from both Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf, but it's up to the guards every time, and those guys have to go downhill, have to attack the basket, and especially, go back to the success of the off-ball cuts, and everybody's just got to find it, particularly Wolf with his facilitating abilities, and Donaldson as well.
And a surprisingly low-scoring game we have here early. Michigan scored 80-plus in both games prior to this in the Big Ten tournament. Wisconsin with 77 against Michigan State, 86 against UCLA, and 70 against Northwestern. Neither team are above 15 right now at the under 8 mark.
And congratulations to the U.S.
I mean, both these teams can, play defense at a phenomenal rate, and Michigan, their offense has been kind of a question, especially down the stretch. Actually, both these teams really ended on a suspect end, really, for this season. Wisconsin dropped against Michigan State, nearly dropped against Minnesota, but dropped in the last game to Penn State, and that's what ultimately cost them a double bye opportunity here in Indianapolis. Nonetheless, they sit here in the Big Ten title game. Both these teams now stand here, have answered a lot of questions, not only for the national media, but within the fan base as well.
Both teams trying to figure out how to buy a bucket here. Fouls are relatively low too. Only 2 for Michigan, 1 for Wisconsin. So
yeah, and I think particularly for Wisconsin, I'm shocked that the bigs have been shooting and they have shown a remarkable ability to do that all season long. It's just those shots have not been falling, and Michigan I think has to adjust. They have been kind of falling back from when they started this game of Goal and Wolf not giving Corral and Winter any room on the perimeter. They've fallen back towards the paint now, and Winter particularly has been shooting. Shooting those shots from behind the arc, and they just have not been falling. At some point, you'd expect those to start falling for the Badgers, and to prevent that, they have to go more aggressive on the perimeter defense from the post players.
Michigan shooting 18%, 2 for 11 from the three-point line. Wisconsin 26%, 4 for 15. So a lot of bricks up today in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. As we are back underway, McGee will walk it up the floor for Wisconsin. 7:45 to go. They lead 15-14. Gilmore has it top of the key, swings it to the left wing to Crowell. Back to Gilmore. And gives it to Tanjay on the right wing. Tanjay moving in on Roddy Gale. Gets a double team from Reuben Jones. Swings it out. Crowell on top of the key with Burnett on him. Gives it to Gilmore. Now Blackwell on the left wing. Driving in on Roddy Gale. Now drives right. Up for the layup. That one's no good, but a foul called. Appears to be on Danny Wolf. I agree with that look that TJ and I just shared. Didn't seem like a lot of contact there. It looked like he came off Crowell and got a bump from Crowell.
Maybe that was it. I don't know, but interesting call nonetheless.
That's Wolf's first, and Blackwell will shoot 2 from the line, and he hits the first to extend the lead to 2 for the Badgers. 16-14 with 7:20 to go as Golden checks in for the Wolverines, and Gale will take a seat. So it's Donaldson, Burnett, Jones, Wolf, and Golden, the starting 5 out there for the Wolverines. Second free throw is up and good. So Blackwell goes 2 for 2 on that trip, and Wisconsin leads 17-14 with 7:15 to go in the first half. Vlad Golden on top of the key. Reuben Jones at the right wing gives it to Danny Wolf. Gives it to Donaldson at the top of the key. Now back inside to Danny Wolf. Reuben Jones had an open look. Now jabs, takes the open look from the right wing. That one in and out, and rebounded by Blackwell. Crowell gives it to Tanjay on the left wing. Step back 3. That one's no good, rebounded by Danny Wolf. Tanjay unable to find his stride so far. Danny Wolf on the right wing, moves inside. Burnett to Donaldson, right corner 3, wide open, no good off the back iron, and a foul staying here. Crowell was holding Wolf down there, and Michigan will retain possession.
And just from behind the arc particularly, those shots from Michigan are not falling. They've been getting phenomenal looks. They just have not been falling. 2 for 13, 15%.
This team is starting to shoot it better this tournament, but unlucky today. Golden with it inside, drop step to the left, up off the glass, rattles around the rim and drops. Vlad Golden with another bucket. It's 17-16 Wisconsin, 6:25 to go in the first half. McGee at the top of the key, swings it across to the right to Crowell. Now back to Gilmore, top of the key. Blackwell on the right wing with Golden on him. Takes a pull-up 3 over Golden, no good, rebounded. And once again, that happens for the second game straight, where Wolf and Burnett go up for the same rebound. It hits off Burnett and goes out of bounds. It'll be Wisconsin basketball, and that's a frustrating one for the Wolverines. It happened against Maryland yesterday with, I believe, Golden and Gale. Now Wisconsin ball. Crowell in the right corner. Up over to Blackwell, almost went back court, but saved it to Klesmit. Klesmit on the right wing with Golden on him. Dumps it down low to Crowell in the post. Back to Klesmit. Thought about the 3. Now takes it over Golden. That one off the heel. No good. And a foul on Michigan on the rebound. That's on Danny Wolf. That's his second. So he'll check out, and Will Cheddar will check in for him. 5:54 to go, 17-16 Wisconsin. Underneath the basket, McGee will inbound. Gives it to Crowell, back to McGee, driving inside, hop step, now kicks it out to the corner. Klesmet to Gilmore on the left wing. Back to Klesmet with Cheddar on him. The top of the key, it's Blackwell. Moves off the screen, drives inside on Golden, and lays it up and in with the right hand. 19-16, 5:33 to go. Wisconsin leads. Reuben Jones walks over half court. Gives it to Cheddar at the top of the key to the Burnett right wing. Golden on the right elbow. Moves inside in the post. Drop step down low to Cheddar. What a pass by Golden, but Cheddar can't finish the layup. And it's rebounded by Wisconsin. Here comes Blackwell off a screen. Reuben Jones on him. Reuben Jones behind him now, driving in, kicks it out to Crowell, who just hands it right back to Blackwell. Crowell on the right wing. And a deep three by Gilmore on the left wing. No good. Rebounded by Burnett. 4:55 to go in the first half. Michigan down by 3. It's Tre Donaldson on the right wing. Gets a screen from Golden. Kick out Reuben Jones. Left wing three. Bottom. Tie game. 19-19. 4:40 to go in the first half.
Big shot, and his 2 made threes against Purdue were pivotal in that one, and he needs a repeat performance of that for Michigan's success.
Behind the back pass by Gilmore. Out to Crowell. No good. That one off of Burnett. The loose ball. Couldn't corral the rebound and rolls out of bounds. It'll be Wisconsin basketball. We're all tied up with 4:25 to go in the first half. Wisconsin has the ball. They will inbound from the sideline. Namari Burnett checks out for Roddy Gale.
Michigan's done good at crashing the glass and positioning themselves to do so. It's just the communication and who's going to grab it, and just that part has been lacking. Nonetheless, rebounding margin even. Wisconsin leading on the offensive side.
Both teams shooting 30% or worse from the field and 21% or worse from three-point range. It is 19-19 with 4:25 to go in the first half. They're taking a look at the shot clock right now, and they will set it to 20 seconds. So 20 seconds on the shot clock for Wisconsin. Blackwell will inbound from the sideline. It's McGee, Amos, Klesmet, and Winter out there along with Blackwell as McGee has it on the right wing, swings it across to Winter. Now Blackwell on the left wing, drives inside at the free throw line, kicks it out to the right corner. McGee couldn't hit the three, and Will Cheddar comes down with the rebound. 4:10 to go in the first half, tie game at 19. Roddy Gale at the top of the key. Gives it to Donaldson on the left wing, who gets a screen from Golden. Now Gale moving in on the right side with Amos on him, kicks it to Cheddar. Now Gale again, top of the key, drives in right, goes up with the right hand. That one rolls around and out and rebounded by Winter. Now here comes Blackwell for the Badgers at the top of the key. Winter with it, swings it to the left wing. It's Klesmet driving in, McGee in the left corner. Behind the back move on Reuben Jones, but Reuben Jones playing tight defense. Klesmet open right corner three, that one off the back iron, no good. Reuben Jones rebounds and pushes the tempo for the Wolverines. 3:20 to go. Euro step inside. The left hand layup is good, and Michigan leads 21-19. On the other end quickly is Winter. He lays it up and in, and Michigan couldn't get back on defense in time. It's 21-21. 3:10 to go in the first half.
And Michigan has looked phenomenally fluid on the defensive side. They have switched to a zone defense, 2-3 zone, and they have looked really good against that. They have stifled Wisconsin so far.
Roddy Gale on the right wing with Klesmet on him. Gives it back to Donaldson. Back to Gale. He'll take a right wing three. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Amos. And here come the Badgers with 2:45 to go in the first half. Blackwell drives left. Euro step, kicks it out to the wing. Extra pass Amos. Pump fake and drives in. A lot of contact, but no whistle. Golden looks to be hitting an area where you don't want to get hit. Blackwell went up for the floater and hit it. And it's 23-21 Wisconsin. But Golden appears to be shaken up.
Yeah, a few players shaken up, but you cannot let a 6'4" John Blackwell take it over down low on the glass. You can't do it. And
Roddy Gale shaken up, untucks his jersey, and is headed into the locker room. Appears to have a little bit of a limp. It's hard to tell which leg he was favoring.
Yeah,
but he heads back to the locker room quickly.
That's
not a good sign for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that's a considerable loss considering how big he has been. He has stepped up in a big way and has been, truly a huge part of this team's success in Indianapolis. 11 points against Purdue and 9 points against Maryland. That might not seem all that impressive, but you consider the last 4 games where he had a combined 12 points over the last 4 games of the regular season, and what he was able to do just in the intangibles part of the game of his aggression, his energy, his physicality. That's what, that's why this team turned it up a notch in Indianapolis, largely because of him. So that is a big loss.
Roddy Gale has played fantastic all tournament long. He's had 2 of his best games of the year with 11 points against Purdue on 3 for 5 shooting, 5 for 6 from the line, and 9 points against Maryland, hitting a huge 3 in the first half to break a long shooting slump he was on. But now back to the locker room, and we hope to see Roddy Gale back.
Certainly.
Hopefully it is just an extended halftime for Roddy Gale with just 2:34 on the clock here in the first half, but we will see and keep you listeners at home updated on that as soon as we are aware.
And from Michigan, they've been doing really good with the off-ball cuts and connecting with those cuts. However, just the layups have not been connecting. You got to make those layups down low, and again, that's just on the offensive side. On the defensive side, you cannot let Blackwell go down low. He's already has 3 rebounds as well. You cannot let him find a gap down low and come up with the ball and give Wisconsin another chance.
So 2:34 to go here. Wisconsin leads it 23-21. The final media timeout of the first half. When the first half concludes, TJ and I will wrap things up, recap a little bit of what we saw in the first half. We'll take a quick, probably around 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And then Alex Miller will take over the play-by-play role for what should be a great second half to finish the Big Ten Tournament Championship here in Indianapolis.
And look, the guards still have to show up. Donaldson, despite the goose egg in the scoring column, has 4 assists, so he is facilitating. That's another reason. That's another reason why Michigan's so good. And if that gets going, the facilitating side of his game, I truly believe the scoring side will take over as well.
I can see Tracy Wolfson from CBS getting ready to report something, and I would love to hear what she has to say about Roddy Gale's injury. I wonder if Dusty May will shorten the bench even more, or maybe give someone like Fat Brooks some minutes, but we are back underway. Will Cheddar at the top of the key, gives it to Golden, who hands it off to Donaldson on the left wing. Pump fakes, now kicks it out to Reuben Jones, who drives left with Tanjay on him. Swing pass, Cheddar, wide open right corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Amos. Tanjay on the right wing, drives inside, now kick out to Winner. Gives it to Blackwell in the left wing with Golden on him, drives left. Goes around the basket and now back out. Right wing 3 now over Golden, off the front iron, but rebounded by Wisconsin, and Tanjay resets. 1:45 to go in the first half. Driving baseline is Janicki, maybe traveled there, but no call. Kicks it out to Amos, straight away 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Winner. Gives it to Blackwell, who goes straight up against Vlad Golden, and great contest from Golden. Layup's no good. He grabs the rebound, and Tre Donaldson moves up the floor for the Wolverines. Driving in on Janicki, and a charge called as he ran right over him. And that's the first on Tre Donaldson. Dusty May seems to be not happy.
No, not at all.
I think the last sequence of officiating that just happened. But now it's Tanjay in the right wing. Takes a step back and now swings it across to Crowell. Crowell gives it to Amos at top of the key. Amos looking for options with Cheddar on him. And now here's Klesmit driving in right, wraps it around and passes it to Crowell, and a foul on the floor. That will go against Tre Donaldson, and that's his second in the last about 20 seconds of play. And it's his second of the game. He will check out for the remainder of the first half with 1:08 to go. It's 23-21 still. Once again, 1:08 to play here in the first half. Kaysen, Golden, Jones, Cheddar, and Burnett on the floor for the Wolverines. As Blackwell inbounds underneath the basket, gives it to Crowell. Pass to Gilmore, who's tried to find Tanjay in the corner, but good defense by Kaysen off the ball. Here's Klesmit with Cheddar on him on the right wing. Moves inside, crossover, fade away, mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Burnett. 50 seconds to play here in the first half. It's 23-21 Wisconsin. Golden at the top of the key, gives it to Reuben Jones. Straight away three from Jones, off the back iron, no good. Rebound gets corralled finally by Stephen Crowell, and Tanjay will look to push the tempo. 35 seconds to play in the first half. Crowell hands it off to Klesmit. Klesmit with Jones on him, works around a screen, now kicks it out. Gilmore thought about a straightaway three, won't take it though. Burnett on him on the right wing, hands it to Blackwell. Burnett picks him up again. Blackwell drives right, moves inside, two Wolverines on him, and he walked in the paint. And there's 19.2 to play, and the Wolverines will get the last shot. And Dusty May appears to take a timeout, and he does. So with 19.2 to go in the first half, Michigan will get the last possession here, down two.
I mean,
very low scoring first half we have here.
Certainly not the offensive shootout that we have seen in Indianapolis so far this weekend. Both teams in a mega scoring drought. Michigan just over 3 minutes, and Wisconsin 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It has not been offensively great for either of these teams. Michigan from the field 29%, Wisconsin, and even worse, 21.6% from the field. Michigan has yet gone to the line, and I think that's okay. They've kind of struggled to end the season from the charity stripe, and then from three, both had just not been falling. Michigan has been getting really good looks from behind the arc, and they just have not been falling, unfortunately, for the Wolverines. And, you know, to end the first half and go in the second half, you got to believe a run has to burst out for one of these teams, and that's going to make the huge difference. Shots are going to fall for one of these teams eventually down the stretch. But in one thing to note as well, John Tanjay, 0 points still through the first half.
The starting lineup on the floor for the Wolverines. It's Tre Donaldson walking across half court. 14 seconds on the clock now. They'll probably wait to set up, and they will. 10 seconds, now they go. Reuben Jones on the right wing, drives right, Tanjay on him. Swings it across to Burnett on the right wing. Tre Donaldson now left wing, gets a screen from Golden, dumps it down, 1 second left, floats it up from the free throw line, and off the back iron, no good. This half is over. It's 23-21 Wisconsin. Only 44 total points here in this first half.
I mean, you really got to believe one of these teams has to just explode on the offensive end. They've all been getting great looks from, you know, inside, outside of the arc. Shots have just not been falling. Defense has showed up to play, you know, particularly, but for Wisconsin offensively, it hasn't been Tanjay. He has put up a goose egg in the first half, and that's been huge. Reuben Jones has done a really good job on the defensive side to contain him. Clearly, the Badgers' best player has nothing, who averaged 25 points a game so far here in Indianapolis. John Blackwell instead has taken the mantle, 11 points, 4 for 10 from the field, as well with 3 rebounds, and I think that has been crucial, the way he has been able to exploit some gaps as Michigan has crashed the glass, take advantage, get up with the ball, and get some second chance opportunities. That's been big for Blackwell, and the Badgers still, you know, with a 2-point lead, it's still anybody's game, and this might not be the performance that Michigan, the coaching staff, Michigan fans, or the players wanted out of this game so far, but look, you know, it's anybody's game, and I really believe that these offenses will start clicking, and one will explode, and that'll be the difference.
We believe right now that Roddy Gale is dealing with a hamstring injury, and he's being evaluated during the half, and we'll know more after, according to the great X app.
Well, I mean, we'll see. You know, it's going to be a Reuben Jones game then with him banged up, and I think he has been phenomenal so far in this game, what he has done against Tanja on the defensive side. Unfortunately, shots have not been falling. He's had a good 5 points so far, and he has had some good looks. And, you know, his 2 3-pointers made against Purdue was huge in that blowout victory that ended up to be, you know, what just seemed Friday, which seems like ages ago.
I am interested to see what Dusty May elects to do here if Roddy Gale is ruled out for the rest of this one.
Yep.
He's not getting a lot of scoring production from any of the guys out there on the floor right now, especially with Michigan. They're dealing with some injury problems with Justin Pippen being out for the last number of games, and Sam Walters has been out, of course, for a long time now for this Michigan team.
Yep.
But those two guys were getting minutes when healthy, and now with Roddy Gale out, the bench gets even shorter. We'll see if he keeps the bench to a 2-guy rotation coming off with just LJ and Cheddar, who are the only, you know, rotational players left now available, or if he goes to a guy like Fat Brooks to get some minutes here. The bench isn't much deeper than that. There's Jace Howard, who hasn't gotten many minutes all season, so I don't expect him to get much here. If he goes deeper down the bench, I expect it to be Fat Brooks.
I know. I just think this will be a Reuben Jones game through and through, what he has done defensively. And I think his shots will start falling. He's been getting great looks, and he has looked dialed in warm-ups, obviously. But I think his shots will start falling, and it will be in his hands.
The good thing for Dusty May is that his wing players, Burnett and Jones, both with 0 fouls at halftime. The last thing you need right now for a shortened bench is for guys to get into foul trouble.
Yep.
Danny Wolf with 2, Tre Donaldson with 2. But 23-21, if you enjoy a gritty, defensive, every basket is a huge challenge game in the Big Ten.
This is
is everything you could wish for. Unfortunately, if you're a fan of high-paced offense, like SEC-style ball, this isn't your matchup here. Maybe we'll get some more scoring in the second half. Alex Miller will be the one to tell you that. TJ Fossmeyer will stay on with him. It should be a great second half and what should be a tight finish down the line for a Big Ten championship game. We hope you enjoyed the first half of this one. Wisconsin leads 23-21. We'll be back in approximately 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's hear it one more time for the Jesse White Tumblers, all the way from Chicago, Illinois.
The Big Ten Conference would like to thank the following corporate partners for their support of this year's TIAA Big Ten basketball tournament. There are no guarantees in basketball, but there can be in retirement with TIAA. You can lock in the win and get a guaranteed monthly retirement check for life. That's a promise that pays off. TIAA, proud sponsor of the Big Ten.
Will you send me a picture of the ticket? I'm sure they'll ask.
Success. It starts here in the U.S. Air Force, and it starts now. Put yourself on a path to succeed personally and professionally. There's more than one way to serve. Head to airforce.com to learn more. Steel is the backbone of modern life, and Cleveland Cliffs works relentlessly to design steel product solutions to create a sustainable future. Learn more at clevelandcliffs.com. DirecTV is proud to be an official partner of the Big Ten Conference. Stream Big Ten games year-round on DirecTV, satellite-free. Gatorade is proud to be the official sports drink of the Big Ten Conference. Gatorade, it fuels the best because it is the best. IFS, the official technology partner of the Big Ten Conference. Whether you're running a complex manufacturing site or maintaining a fleet of aircraft, IFS's award-winning industrial AI enhances your operations so you can thrive and grow. Industrial AI is IFS.ai. Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for your entire community. You help support food rescue programs and Simply Give. You help provide a bright future for kids and support organizations that keep our natural resources safe. Learn more at Meijer.com. Sponsored by Ram Trucks, proud partner of the Big Ten Conference.
Hello and welcome back into Gainbridge Fieldhouse here in Indianapolis. Wisconsin 23, Michigan 21 at the half. Both teams' lowest scoring first half of the season. I'm Alex Miller, TJ Fossmeyer alongside me. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. And TJ, the only half that this can remind me of is either of the two halves against Nebraska.
Yeah.
Neither team scored 50 by the end of it. Right now, Michigan at 28% from the field, 17% from downtown. Wisconsin not much better, 21% from the field worse, 16.7% from three also worse. And it's just been a bit of an ugly basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, but there's, both teams still in it, 2-point deficit between the two, and it's anybody's game still, despite the lack of offensive prowess in this game. But I think the biggest thing about this game, particularly for Michigan, is that John Tonje, unanimous All Big Ten first team, and has been one of the best players, if not the best player, here in the tournament in Indianapolis. And he's got a big goose egg for the Badgers, and that's all credit to Reuben Jones and what he has been able to do defensively.
And Wisconsin has taken 37 shots from the field, 24 from downtown. They are only 4 for 24 from range. Badgers have won the rebound battle 26-21 over Michigan. Turnover battle, 4 for Wisconsin, only 5 for Michigan, because when you think offensive struggles for Michigan, you often think turnovers. Not the case today. They've just missed a lot of shots.
Yeah, I mean, again, this team's ride or die is not the turnover battle. I really, truly believe it is up to the guard play, and it's up to rebounds. And Michigan losing the rebounding battle by 5, and particularly on the offensive side. They had let somebody like Blackwell find a gap down low and grab a board and give themselves a second chance opportunity. He's had himself a game. He's taken the mantle from John Tonje with 11 points in this one, albeit not incredibly efficient, 40% from the field.
Here we go, second half, 20 to play to decide the Big Ten championship game. Wisconsin 23, Michigan 21. Halftime about to conclude. Starters on the floor for both teams. Michigan basketball in the half court. Damari Burnett, Reuben Jones, Tre Donaldson, Vlad Golden, Danny Wolf. For Wisconsin, John Tonje, Max Klesmit, John Blackwell, Nolan Winter, Stephen Crowell. And there's the horn. Here we go. It's into Reuben Jones. 23-21, Wisconsin by 2. Second half here in the Big Ten title game. Jones up top, gets a screen from Golden, pulls up a left wing three-pointer behind it. Off the heel, rebound is squeezed by Wisconsin. But first a foul underneath on the Badgers. They'll put it on Stephen Crowell. That's his second. 23-21, Wisconsin, 1950 here in the second half. Tre Donaldson will be the inbounder on the baseline. Gets it to Vlad Golden, right elbow. Crowell on his hip. Vlad faces up now, back to the basket. Sees a double, kicks it out. Reuben Jones, pump fakes on the left wing, drives into the lane. Stops at the free throw line, now leans in. Scoop layup, no good. Rebound, Stephen Crowell. John Blackwell up the left side for Wisconsin, up by 2. 19:32 to play here in the second half. It's now John Tonje, right wing. He is scoreless still. Averages nearly 20 a game. Drives down the right side. Sidestep, kicks it out. Stephen Crowell. Now Winter. One more Klesmit on the left wing for Wisconsin. Up top, Crowell. Looks for a handoff to Blackwell. Can't get it to him. Over to Winter. Now Klesmit off a handoff. Has Danny Wolf switched on him. Top of the key. 2 on the shot clock. Drives in. Left-handed floater. No good. Rebound tipped up by Winter. That one too strong as well. Rebound Reuben Jones for Michigan. 23-21 Wisconsin. 19 minutes to play in the second half. Reuben Jones up top for Michigan. Now over to Danny Wolf on the right wing. Down low, Vlad Golden, short corner on the right side. Back to the basket, lean to the lane. Left-handed shot in front of the cup, too strong. Rebound Stephen Crowell. Lid still on the basket for both these teams. 23-21 Wisconsin. 18:40 to play second half. Crowell up top for the Badgers. Gets it over to Nolan Winter. Right back Crowell. He hands it off to Klesmit. No, he faked the handoff. Still has the basketball on the left wing. Now gets it to Klesmit. Klesmit wraps around a Crowell screen. Turns the corner right side. Lays it up and lays it in. Got the English to roll it home. 25-21 Wisconsin. 18:22 to play second half. Donaldson right wing for Michigan. Pick and pop out to Danny Wolf right wing. He drives down the right side. Hops back and hands it off to Donaldson. Still on the right wing is Tre. Down by 4 of the Wolverines. Skip pass. Reuben Jones. Open left wing three-pointer off the front rim. Rebound batted around and squeezed by Nolan Winter. Here comes Klesmit for the Badgers. Up by 4. 18 minutes to play second half. Nolan Winter on the left wing. Picks up his dribble. Up top Stephen Crowell. One more, John Tonje. Reuben Jones sticks with him around a screen from Crowell. Tonje, hop step jumper off the right elbow, no good. Rebound goes long to Crowell, and it resets to Tonje. One more to Winter. Gets it to Klesmet on the left wing. He hops around a screen, puts up a three-pointer, missed it off the heel. Rebound is batted around, and Blackwell throws it off of Reuben Jones. But first a foul called on Jones, who cut off Blackwell toward the baseline. Foul on Reuben Jones. 25-21 Wisconsin. 17:36 to play in the second half.
And that's a heads-up play from Blackwell, and Michigan's physicality down low is just non-existent. They're letting Wisconsin take over the paint, particularly on the glass. They've only expanded the rebounding margin as well as the offensive rebounding margin, now 11-3, and that has given Wisconsin the lead with second and third chance opportunities.
LJ Kaysen in for Reuben Jones. Just Jones' first foul. One team foul apiece right now. Blackwell baseline inbounder for Wisconsin. Gets it up top to Carter Gilmore, who's in there for the Badgers. Now over to Klesmet, gets a screen from Winter left side, up top Gilmore, pump fakes. Now over to Blackwell on the right wing. Uses a Gilmore screen, drives to the nail, back out Gilmore, pump fakes. Now Blackwell up top, 7 on the shot clock. Blackwell goes right, drives down the lane, stops on 2 feet at the block, hangs in the air, left-handed layup on the left side. Up and under move for John Blackwell. 27-21 Badgers, 17-14 to play here in the Big Ten championship game. Glad Golden up top for Michigan. The Badger faithful alive here in Indianapolis. Amari Burnett drives down from the left wing, kicks it out. LJ Kaysen up top. Danny Wolf sidesteps to his left, puts up a three-pointer, missed it short. Glad Golden bats the rebound around. It's loose on the floor. Klesmet goes down to retrieve it. Here come the Badgers up by 6. 16:52 to play in the second half. Blackwell tries to turn a corner on Donaldson. Now up top, Nolan Winter. Over to Gilmore on the left wing. Now back to Winter. One more. Klesmet right wing, gets a screen from Winter, drives down the left side, leans into Kaysen, lays it up and in on the left side. Max Klesmet gets to the cup. 29-21 Wisconsin. 16:32 to play second half. LJ Kaysen alone on the left wing, puts up a three. It puts it in. Big time shot for the freshman. Michigan's first points of the second half. 29-24 Wisconsin, 16:20 to play. John Blackwell drives in and charges in to LJ Kaysen. A three-pointer and a charge drawn by the freshman off the bench. Wisconsin 29, Michigan 24. Michigan basketball 16-19 to play second half.
And that is just that is why he is so special, LJ Kaysen, with the big three to keep Michigan in this one with a 5-point deficit, take the charge on the other end, and that's what he does. He plays at a high motor all the time, and that is why Dusty May and company have trusted him of late.
Kamari McGee in for Wisconsin. Will Cheddar, Roddy Gale Jr. in for Michigan. Michigan basketball trailing 29-24. 16-12 to play second half. Kaysen fires it up top to Cheddar. He'll take a three-pointer, miss it short. Rebound squeezed by Kamari McGee for the Badgers. McGee goes up the middle of the floor, gets a screen from Crowell at the top of the key, kicks it out, Crowell up top. Dribbles it over to the left wing, hands it off to John Tonje. Will Cheddar switches on him. Tonje into the lane, picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Carter Gilmore all day to tee up a three, and he got it. Carter Gilmore buried a couple triples yesterday. The former walk-on Badger lifer knocks down a big one. 32-24 Wisconsin, 15:40 to play. Kaysen behind a screen, fires a three, fills it up. LJ Kaysen with another triple. 32-27 Wisconsin, 15:31 to play second half. It's with John Blackwell on the right wing. Gets a screen from Gilmore. Gives it right back to Blackwell. Crowell fires it inside of a cutting Tonje. He's blocked and fouled from behind by Tre Donaldson. At long last, under 16. Media timeout on the floor. Tonje will shoot a pair after the break. 32 Wisconsin, 27 Michigan. Michigan's only points in those first 4.5 minutes. 2 threes by LJ Kaysen.
And that's the X factor for this team. Who's going to show up other than Golden and Wolf? And so far it's been LJ Kaysen. 2 huge threes, a charge on the other end. And that's exactly what they need to get back into this one. But again, it is Michigan's lack of physicality down low, only expanded the rebounding margin. It has given Wisconsin second, third chance opportunities that they frankly cannot afford.
Kaysen came in off the bench for Reuben Jones, knocked down the threes, took a charge, and just a huge pop that Michigan needed. You know, you've been a big supporter of LJ Kaysen
I love
all
LJ
season,
Kaysen.
especially this tournament.
Yep.
And the juice he provides, the aggression, the willingness to shoot the basketball, much needed here for the Wolverines in a game that has been, I don't know what you call this, a slugfest of something.
Yeah, you know.
Not shot making.
No, certainly not. And it's been him, it's been Donaldson, it's been Reuben Jones, it's been Roddy Gale. You know, the guard play has been pivotal. What they have done, not only in the scoring column, which that has seen a substantial uptick of late here in the tournament, but it's also their physicality, their aggression, how they've crashed the boards, particularly Namari Burnett I've been really impressed with. It's just, though, that is key to this team's success. It has not quite showed up, but Kaysen now beginning to show up, now come alive on both sides of the ball, and that's all maybe Michigan needs to get back into this one with a 32-27 deficit.
The Wolverines is a team 5 for 23 from downtown. Wisconsin also 5 makes. They've taken 26 attempts from range. You know, it kind of feels like whichever team finds that stroke is going to win this ball game. John Tonje will go to the stripe right now. He's an over 90% free throw shooter. He's without a point today, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from downtown. Reuben Jones in particular has done a fantastic job on him early, but Tonje will get a chance here to have 2 with nobody in front of him and a chance to see one go down, try to find a rhythm for Wisconsin's best scorer.
Right, and particularly one thing to note, if Michigan gets into a game late, where it's a free throw game, both teams are in the bonus, I don't think that's a game Michigan can win. Wisconsin, incredible from the charity stripe, 82%, about 4 ticks better than anybody else in the conference, and that is not a game Michigan is going to win with their struggles. You know how John Tonje is at the line, nearly 91%, but did miss 2 in a row, big late at the end of the Michigan State game yesterday. So, I mean, you never know, but I don't think that's a game Michigan can win if this game does become a free throw game.
32-27 Wisconsin, 15:22 to play in the second half. No double-figure scorers for Michigan. John Blackwell with 13 for Wisconsin. Max Klesmet with 10. 32 Wisconsin, 27 Michigan. 15:22 to play in the second half. John Tonje to the stripe. He got fouled by Tre Donaldson off a cut on the left baseline. So Tonje, 90.9 at the free throw line. Entering today will shoot a pair here. His team up by 5. Reuben Jones back in the game for Michigan. Tonje at the stripe. Chance to get on the board for the first time this afternoon. Takes a pair of dribbles, bends the knees, shot is up, and rattles off the front rim and over it. And it's good for Tonje. 33-27 Wisconsin. Tonje has the basketball once more on the floor for the Badgers with Tonje as he bends the knees and knocks down the free throw. Excuse me, took a bounce there, came back down. 34-27 Wisconsin. Badgers having the floor. Blackwell, Gilmore, McGee, Tonje, and Crowell. It's with Danny Wolf for Michigan. Fires it over to Will Cheddar, left wing. Gets a screen from Reuben Jones. Dribbles it up top. Gets it to Roddy Gale Jr. Back over L.J. Kaysen on the left wing. Crossover on McGee. Drives on the left lane. Barrels into Tonje. And is fouled. Kaysen seemed to lose his footing, which led him into the body there. But a whistle blows on Tonje. Oh, excuse me, they'll put it on McGee. My apologies.
And L.J. Kaysen, high motor so far in this one after hitting those shots. He has had no problem hitting the deck, going downhill, giving them a shot after the drive.
It's inbounded up top. Danny Wolf for Michigan, down 34-27. Dribbles over to the left wing, gets it over to Kaysen. He uses a Wolf screen in the left wing, crosses over on Gilmore, hangs in the air left side, layup too strong. Rebound goes with John Blackwell in Wisconsin. 34-27 Badgers, 14:50 to play in the second half. Carter Gilmore on the left wing, gets it over to Tonje there. He uses the Gilmore screen to his right. Roddy Gale Jr. switched on Tonje. Up top, Stephen Crowell. He'll walk it over right wing, get it over to McGee. Uses the Crowell screen, has Will Cheddar on him now. Fires it over to Gilmore, one more, John Blackwell. Left wing, 6 on the shot clock. Up top, Crowell, back over Blackwell. He'll fire a 25-foot three-pointer, miss it short. Rebound, Danny Wolf, 34-27 Wisconsin. 14:22 to play second half. Wolf around a Cheddar screen, drives down the right lane on Crowell, hangs in the air, too strong on the layup. It bounced around and is squeezed by McGee, and he was fouled by Danny Wolf as he reached for the rebound. Wisconsin basketball, 34-27 Badgers, 14:15 to play second half, and that's Wolf's third foul.
Not much falling for either team, especially Michigan, pretty much at all levels other than Kaysen of late. Cannot finish in the paint.
McGee will bring it up for the Badgers. 34-27 Wisconsin. 14:11 to play here in the second half. John Tonje off a dribble handoff from the left wing. Hangs in the air on the right side and got fouled by Will Cheddar, who was straight up but got him on the body. Tonje goes back to the stripe where he just made 2. 34 Wisconsin, 27 Michigan. 14:06 to play second half. Tanjay, over a 90% free throw shooter, has been fabulous this whole tournament at the line and everywhere else. Just 2 points this afternoon, both at the stripe moments ago. Takes a pair of dribbles, bends the knees, shot is up and pure. 35-27 Wisconsin, just over 14 to play second half. On the floor for Michigan, LJ Kaysen, Reuben Jones, Roddy Gale Jr., Will Cheddar, Vlad Golden. For Wisconsin, it's McGee, Gilmore, Tanjay, Crowell, and Blackwell as Tanjay bends the knees, knocks down the second free throw. He's 4 for 4 at the stripe. 36-27 Wisconsin, 14:04 to play in the second half. And the Badger faithful come to their feet here. Reuben Jones over to Vlad Golden on the block on the left side. Golden back to the basket, kicks it out Gale. One more Jones, try to get it to Cheddar. Now Jones drives down the right lane, hangs in the air, try to bank it off the high glass. Too strong, rebound John Tanjay and Wisconsin. Tanjay into the forecourt, pulls up, deep three-pointer, no, off the back iron. Rebound Roddy Gale Jr. Fortunate for Michigan, they left Tanjay alone. Will Cheddar catches right corner, drives in, spins, now picks it up, and is fouled on the floor by Carter Gilmore. 36-27 Wisconsin, 13:34 to play second half. 4 team fouls aside now. A couple substitutions for the Badgers. Xavier Amos in for the first time this second half. Max Klesmit returns also. They're in there with Crowell, McGee, and Tanjay. LJ Kaysen, baseline inbounder for Michigan. It's into Golden on the block on the right side. One power dribble, picks it up. Left-handed hook shot from 6 feet out, contested, no good. Rebound off the side by Max Klesmit. Here come the Badgers. Michigan in a drought of over 2 minutes long. Klesmit crosses over on the right wing, drives in, hangs in the air, kicks it out. McGee, one more Crowell, pump fakes at the top of the key, sidesteps over to McGee on the left side. He drives in from the wing, hangs in the air into Cheddar, and missed a layup, and a whistle is blown. Will Cheddar has his hands on his head. Then he taps his chest, but a light whistle there. Wisconsin 36, Michigan 27, 13:11 to play second half. Kamari McGee to the charity stripe.
Boy, Will Cheddar twice, 2 times now, went straight up on both Tanjay and this time McGee, and they'll go to line. Michigan has still yet to go to the cherry stripe at all in this game.
McGee bends the knees, first free throw is up and down for Kamari McGee. That's his first point of the afternoon. McGee just over 80% from the stripe on the season. Namari Burnett checks back in for Roddy Gale Jr. Wisconsin by 10, 37-27. 13:11 to play in the second half. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Badgers right now. McGee bends the knees and knocks down the second free throw. Make it 11, largest lead of the day for the Badgers. 38-27 Wisconsin, 13:08 to play second half. Michigan is yet to take a free throw today. The Badgers are 9 for 10 at the stripe. Kaysen at the logo for Michigan. Reuben Jones, and now he hands it back to Kaysen. Kaysen, top of the key, uses a golden screen, kicks it out. Cheddar, wide open, right corner three-pointer, he got it. Will Cheddar for 3, his first one this tournament. 38-30 Wisconsin, 12:47 to play in the second half. It's down to Amos and tipped away by Cheddar. He saves it on the baseline to LJ Kaysen. Here come the Wolverines. Kaysen hesitates, now crosses over and slows it down on the right wing. Michigan down by 8. Kaysen picks up his dribble, fires it up top, Reuben Jones. One more to Amari Burnett, left wing. Back up top at the logo, Kaysen used a golden screen to his right, fires a three-pointer. He missed it off the left side. Rebound Xavier Amos. Tanjay into the forecourt for Wisconsin, up by 8, 12-16 to play second half. Dribble to the left elbow, pulls up, contested there, no good. Rebound Kaysen, he missed it to the right. Did Tanjay. Here comes LJ Kaysen for Michigan, gets it to Golden up top. He surveys from there, works into a dribble handoff. Now he keeps it himself, works on to the left elbow. Now he's down to the left block, sees a double. Now it's solo, left-handed shot from the block. Vlad Golden goes to work. Give him that many dribbles. He'll get all the way down there and finish. 38-32 Wisconsin, 11:48 to play second half.
And someone for this Michigan offense has to step up, and you got to believe it's Golden.
Klesmit on the left wing, now Crowell up top for the Badgers. One more Tanjay, dribbles around Reuben Jones, and a foul called on Reuben Jones, who tried to cut off John Tanjay as he turned the corner. Second foul on Reuben Jones. 5th on Michigan as a team. 38-32 in favor of Wisconsin. Team's 6th foul. Time out on the floor, 11:38 to play second half.
And a bit of a swing in Michigan's favor, hitting some shots. In Wisconsin, a little bit of a drought. No field goals for the last 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Some life for Michigan's offense to claw back into a 6-point deficit once down 11. And I think, as I said, I think one player, we've been talking about, all weekend long, it's going to be, what you're going to get from both Golden and Wolf, and you got to believe one player's got to take this game over, and you got to believe it's Golden with what he has been able to do down low, how automatic he is with his hook shot from, 7 to 10 feet out. You got to believe that's the shot, that's the philosophy going forward for Dusty in Michigan.
Vlad Golden has 9 points. He leads the way for the Wolverines. He's just 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 2 from downtown. And noticeably for Michigan, a bit of foul trouble. Danny Wolf with 3 personals, Tre Donaldson with 3 personals, and Will Cheddar also with 3 fouls. 38-32 Wisconsin, 11:38 to play in the second half. And the Wolverines have still yet to go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, that's been big. That's been big. Despite their, struggles down the stretch of, not going to the free throw line, or at least not being very efficient for the free throw line, they haven't at all in this one. And they've picked that up. They were once, 81% going into the tournament. They have knocked down most of their shots from the charity stripe this tournament, and to have not gone to the line at all has been really disappointing for Michigan.
We've seen L.J. Kaysen put a little bit of pressure on the Wisconsin defense with his shot attempts and his drives downhill. Yep. Guy that might see some minutes here, especially with Donaldson playing with 3 personal fouls. Michigan down by 6. It was 13. Excuse me, it was 11. It was 11 with 13-11 to play in this ball game. Now 2 minutes later, it's cut to 6. 38-32 Wisconsin. 11:38 to play, second half.
But Michigan now, 1 foul away from putting Wisconsin into the bonus. And like I said earlier, Michigan's not winning a bonus foul kind of game with how efficient the Badgers are from the free throw line.
All of Wisconsin's 5 starters, excellent free throw shooters. Yep. McGee off the bench is as well. 38-32 Wisconsin, 11:38 to play in the Big Ten championship game. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Alex Miller, TJ Fossmeyer, happy to be here for the second half. Ethan Summers had the first half. And we'll get back to it here. John Blackwell will be the inbounder for Wisconsin in the half court. It's McGee, Gilmore, Klesmet, and Winter with him. And it's into Nolan Winter up top. Winter still has yet to put it on the floor. Now over to McGee on the right wing. Gets a screen from Winter. Keeps Burnett on his hip. Now sidesteps, leans in the lane, puts up a shot. No good from about 4 feet out. Rebound L.J. Kaysen. He pushed it in transition for Michigan. Right down the lane. Euro step move into Gilmore. And he's fouled. L.J. Kaysen will go shoot Michigan's first free throws of this ball game. 38-32 Wisconsin. 11:21 to play second half.
And Kaysen has been a spotlight offensively. What he's been able to do both from behind the arc and push it up in transition, draw that foul down. Their first attempts from the line for Michigan.
L.J. Kaysen, 84% shooter on the year. Bends the knees. First free throw is up and down for Kaysen. Lead cut to 5. 38-33 Wisconsin. 11:21 to play here in the Big Ten title game. Kaysen bends the knees. Second free throw up, and he got them both. 38-34 Wisconsin. 11:21 to play in the second half. Wisconsin basketball. Carter Gilmore into the forecourt for the Badgers. Now up top, Winter. He hands it off to Klesmet on the left wing. Klesmet used a screen from Winter. Bodies into Reuben Jones. Kicks it out Gilmore. One more Blackwell right wing. Drives toward the nail. Kicks it back Winter. Left wing three-pointer is up. No good off the heel. Rebound ripped down by L.J. Kaysen. He'll bring it up for the Wolverines. The freshman from Lakeland, Florida, has given the Wolverines a big-time spark here. 38-34 Wisconsin. 10:53 to play second half. Kaysen still has his dribble at the logo. Sets up the Michigan offense. Uses a screen from Golden on the left wing. Works down the lane. On the left block. Rips it around. Reuben Jones wide open. Right corner three-pointer. No. Off the heel. Rebound batted around and squeezed by McGee. Kamari McGee will bring it up the right side. Nearly got picked by L.J. Kaysen. Now kicks it up. Wide open. Carter Gilmore. Top of the key. 3 is no good. Rebound Winter. He'll kick it out for John Blackwell. Fresh 20 for the Badgers. 38-34 Wisconsin. 10:20 to play in this game. It's with McGee on the right side, guarded by Cheddar. Up top, Gilmore. He'll run down the lane. Half spin. Kick it out to Klesmet. Ball poked away by Reuben Jones. Klesmet picks it up in the left corner, fires over Burnett, and misses off the front of the rim. Rebound, Wilt Cheddar, 38-34 Badgers. Long outlet pass, Reuben Jones catches, hits a trailing Wilt Cheddar on the left wing. Now he'll fire it back to LJ Kaysen, who sets up at the logo. Michigan down by 4. Kaysen gets a screen from Golden. Now works back to the basket on McGee. Uses the Golden screen from the mid-range. Still back to the basket. Now out to Burnett on the left side. Down low, Golden on the left side. Works in the lane. Right-handed shot is up, but first a foul on the floor on Nolan Winter. He wanted a hook on Vlad Golden. He won't get it. Foul on Winter. 38-34 Wisconsin. 9:46 to play in this ball game.
There's a clear energy difference now down the stretch as we go under 10 minutes here in the second half. Michigan has picked it up in the energy that has not shown up so far in this game, and it couldn't come in a bigger spot. Michigan with a 7-0 run over the last 3 minutes.
It's into Danny Wolf at the top of the key. Fires it back to the inbounder Donaldson. Left wing three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes off of the bottom of the backboard and out of bounds off Michigan. 38-34 in favor of the Badgers. 9:38 to play here in the second half. It's with Gilmore. Now over to Crowell up top. Crowell looks to hand it off to Tanjay. Can't. It's denied by Donaldson. They swing it around to Blackwell. He drives down the left baseline, hangs in the air, and is fouled by Namari Burnett underneath. John Blackwell will shoot a pair for the Badgers. 38-34 Wisconsin. 9:25 to play in the second half.
And now, crucially, Wisconsin in the bonus.
Wisconsin in the bonus. Next foul on the Badgers will put Michigan in the bonus. Blackwell will shoot a pair. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Bends the knees. First shot is up and good. On the season, just under 80% for John Blackwell. 3 for 3 now today. 39-34 Wisconsin. Blackwell, the Bloomfield Hills, Michigan native. Brother Rice High School alumnus. Bends the knees, puts up the second free throw, knocks it down. 40-34 Wisconsin. 9:23 to play in the Big Ten title game. Tre Donaldson into the forecourt for Michigan. Now Danny Wolf on the right wing. It's a double screen from Kaysen and Golden. Still has his dribble at the top of the key. Crowell on him. Dribbles over to the right wing. Gets it to Golden. He's got Gilmore on him. Short corner right side. Back to the basket. 3 dribbles. Now picks it up. Left-handed hook shot 6 feet out. Is off the back rim. Batted around and squeezed by Golden and knocked away from him by John Blackwell. Golden ran over Gilmore as he got back on defense. Blackwell will slow it down. Let Gilmore get up. And it's with Carter Gilmore left side. Now over to Stephen Crowell on the right wing. He looks to hand it off to John Tanjay. Tanjay used a screen, sidestep to the right wing, puts up a three-pointer, missed it off the heel. Rebound squeezed by Tre Donaldson. Here comes Michigan, down by 6. 8:38 to play in the second half, 40-34 Badgers. Donaldson turned the corner at the right wing, and he was fouled by Max Klesmet on the body, on the floor. 40-34 Wisconsin, 8:35 to play in the second half.
I mean, even with Michigan getting more involved offensively, those shots are falling a little bit more for Michigan. Their physicality off the glass still non-existent. They had a chance there for an offensive rebound that was stripped away by Crowell for Wisconsin to go the other way. Now on the offensive side for Wisconsin, they have moved to a 5-out offense, and Michigan needs to adjust to that. Fortunately, Tanjay's shot from 3 did not fall.
1-1 for Donaldson. Michigan in the bonus after the foul on the floor. Bends the knees, front end is up and good for Donaldson. 40-35 Michigan, 8:35 to play second half. Wisconsin is without a field goal in over 7 minutes. 40-35 Wisconsin. Donaldson at the stripe, back end of the 1-1 here. Bends the knees, puts the shot up, knocks it down. He got the pair. 40-36 Badgers, 8:34 to play in the second half. John Blackwell brings it up for Wisconsin. Now Carter Gilmore left side to Tanjay. Uses a Gilmore screen, kicks it out. Crowell up top. Gets it over to Jack Janicki, who just checked in first time for the second half for Janicki. Up top Gilmore, one more Blackwell left wing. Uses the screen from Gilmore, drives to the nail, resets it up top. Danny Wolf on him, 10 on the shot clock. He pulls up, top of the key three-pointer. Rattles home for John Blackwell. 43-36 Wisconsin, 8:07 to play second half. Donaldson on the right wing, crosses over on Gilmore, drives it in, laid it up, and he got fouled by Gilmore. Tre Donaldson will go right back to the stripe. 43-36 Wisconsin, 8:02 to play in the second half. Foul goes on John Blackwell there. Excuse me.
And Blackwell has had himself a phenomenal game, 18 points, and has picked up Tanjay's mantle in this game.
Donaldson at the stripe just made a pair. He bends the knees. First free throw is up and rattles home for Tre Donaldson. 43-37 Wisconsin. 8:02 to play in the second half. Michigan now without a field goal in nearly 4 minutes. Donaldson bends the knees. Free throw is up, and he got them both. 43-38, Wisconsin by 5. 8:02 to play in the Big Ten championship game between the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines. John Blackwell into the forecourt for Wisconsin. Gets a Stephen Crowell screen. LJ Kaysen navigates around it. It's swung around the horn to Janicki on the right wing. He kicks it up to Crowell left side. Crowell works, looks for a handoff to Tanjay, and has to get it back to Tanjay all the way to the half-court line. Tanjay drives down from there, drives the right lane, and is fouled in the lane as he tried to extend his right arm to lay it up and in. He'll shoot a pair after the under 8 media timeout. 43 Wisconsin, 38 Michigan, 7:39 to play second half. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan.
What we saw yesterday against Maryland, it was a game of massive runs. You know, there were both the Terrapins and the Wolverines were trading 7, 8, 9-point runs. At some point for Michigan, 15, and this game has now turned into sort of that run-style game, albeit shorter. Michigan with no field goals in the last 4:19. Both teams now in the bonus. Now it's just crucial who's going to hit their shots down the stretch, and Michigan has a lot more work to do with under 8 minutes to go here in the second half. All to play for still.
Wisconsin by 5, 43-38, 7:39 to play here in the Big Ten championship game between the number 3 seed Michigan, number 5 seed Wisconsin. And TJ, you know, coming into this event, these were two teams that had struggled a little bit to finish the regular season. I'm not sure either team.
No.
Well, both teams probably expected to be there, but I'm not sure either fan base really thought that they would still be here on Sunday afternoon. But here we are. Here these two teams are, and both teams have answered a lot of questions. Michigan, can you beat ranked opponents? Yeah, you can. You beat Purdue and Maryland. Wisconsin has won 3 straight to get here as well. John Tanjay has looked like a legitimate superstar. And both these teams, regardless of how this game finishes, and it's been a bit of a weird one, both these teams look like they can be built for March Madness.
No, of course. And John Tanjay just missed out on Big Ten Player of the Year over Braden Smith. But, yeah, both of these teams answered a lot of questions, and particularly for Michigan. Can they make shots? Can they beat ranked opponents? Can they, you know, just not get trapped into close games, as well as evident from the Purdue blowout on Friday night? I mean, we did not expect to be here this long. This has been a treat to call the championship game, and regardless of how this game ends for both teams, but especially for Michigan, you now have a lot more confidence in this team heading into March Madness. You know, with Michigan dropping 3 straight, and for Wisconsin with a bad loss to Penn State to end the season, and that jeopardized their status as a double bye in the tournament.
43-38 Wisconsin, 7:39 to play in the second half. The Badgers and Greg Gard seek their first title since 2015. Gard in year 10 has never won this event, and Dusty May in Michigan look for May's first in his first year at the helm of the Wolverines.
Yeah, and just incredible stories for both these teams. Michigan off their worst year in a long while, only 8 wins, only 3 Big Ten wins, and now in just a year, what Coach Dusty May has done to turn this ship around, and now Michigan stands in the Big Ten championship game. And on the other side for Wisconsin, they had an unexpectedly phenomenal season. They were picked to finish 12th in the Big Ten going into this season, and now they have a chance to win a Big Ten title. And credit to both May and Gard for what they have done for their programs this season.
43-38 Wisconsin, 7:39 to play in the second half. John Tanjay at the stripe. He'll shoot a pair here. Got fouled on the shot. Tanjay on the day is 4 for 4. He's a 90% shooter on the season. Bends the knee. His free throw is up, and he got the first. 44. 45-38 Wisconsin. It's with Tre Donaldson on the right side. Kicks it out. Will Cheddar, left wing. He puts up a 3-pointer and buries it. Will Cheddar from long range. 45-41 Wisconsin. 7:18 to play second half. Carter Gilmore on the left wing. Hands it off to Klesman, who kicks it up for Stephen Crowell. Now over to John Tonje, handoff on the right wing. Tonje drives in, kicks it down low to Crowell. He works on the block against Will Cheddar. Drop step to his right hand, too strong off the back iron. Rebound, Danny Wolf. 45-41 Wisconsin. Under 7 to play in the Big Ten title game. Tre Donaldson a blur, in and out dribble. Gilmore knocked away the pass, threw it off of Cheddar, and it rolls and goes out of bounds. And it'll go with Wisconsin. Fabulous defensive effort there by Carter Gilmore. 45-41 Wisconsin. 6:50 to play here in the second half. It's Wisconsin basketball. Badgers having the floor. Gilmore, Tonje, Klesmit, Crowell, Blackwell. For Michigan, it's Wolf, Donaldson, Burnett, Cheddar, and Golden. John Blackwell gives it up top for Gilmore. One more to Klesmit. He jabs right, goes left. Sidesteps, puts up a three-pointer. He missed it off the back iron. Open look for Klesmit. Rebound to Mari Burnett for the Wolverines. Down by 4. Burnett drives to the left wing. Picks up his dribble there. Kicks it up to the logo to Tre Donaldson. Donaldson uses a golden screen. Drives down the alley. Bounce pass onto the doorstep to Wolf, who reverses around. Lays it up right hand, left side, underneath the basket. It's a 2-point game. 45 Wisconsin, 43 Michigan. 6:20 to play. Fabulous pass by Tre Donaldson. John Blackwell drives from the left side, kicks it out to Gilmore. He crosses over, looks for a handoff on the right wing for Klesmit. He gets it to him. Wolf switched on to Klesmit, out to Tonje. He'll get a burst of acceleration into a Crowell screen. Work toward the nail, drive in, up to the right side. Too strong off the high glass. He's down. 5-on-4 go the Wolverines. Tonje behind the play. Wolf gets a screen from Golden on the right wing. Drives in, spins in the lane, lays it up, lays it in. Danny Wolf up whirl to the cup. We're tied 45 all. 5:45 to play in the Big Ten championship game. It's timeout, Greg Gard. Greg Gard wants a timeout. We're tied 45-45. 5:42 to play, second half.
And we talked about going into this tournament. Wolf has to be more aggressive and more selfish into this game, and he has to do it. He needs to realize, I need to do it myself, and that's exactly what he did. Found an open lane with an excellent spin move, excellent touch off the glass, and he puts his team into this game 45-45, and he needs to keep this going. Michigan on a 7-0 run, 3 of their last 3 from the field, and as we said, it just takes one to get on a run at the right time to be successful, and Michigan so far, tie game.
Tie game, 5:42 to play in the second half. Can't ask for much else.
No.
This whole Big Ten tournament has just been full of thrillers. Yesterday, 2 fabulous games down to the wire.
Yep.
Michigan and Maryland, Wisconsin, Michigan State. But this whole tournament has been a wonderful event. But these Wolverines have stormed back here in an odd matchup. Both teams have struggled to score the basketball, and we're tied 45-45. Danny Wolf got going, and a 7-0 Michigan run. How about Will Cheddar? He's hit a pair of three-pointers. Had not made one in the first 2 games of this tournament. Pair of threes for Will Cheddar off the bench.
Well, started 0 for 4, and now 2 for 6. That's another player, the electric glue guy off the bench. Do it all. You know, he took a couple charges yesterday. You know, has a really solid shooting ability for this team, and has come up in a big way. Nobody on the floor right now in double figures for Michigan, but this team is best when the offense production is spread out. You got to spread the wealth, and they have done that so far down the stretch, albeit not to the production of yesterday afternoon.
45-45, 5:42 to play in the second half. Good time to mention Giving Blue Day. You might have seen it on our broadcast stream for this really whole game. QR code in the bottom right of the broadcast cam, QR code on the main broadcast scorebook. Giving Blue Day is WCBN Sports' sole fundraiser of the year. It'll be on this upcoming Wednesday. And everything that we do as a student radio is solely funded by donations. So to cover events like this, it's all funded by donations. We don't get any funding from the university or the athletic department. It's all from donations or out of broadcasters' pockets, student broadcasters. And we try to cover as much Michigan athletics as we can, and especially with the expanded Big Ten, that's only getting more and more costly. And we really thank you for listening, and would love if on Wednesday you could bookmark that link right there and donate on Wednesday. And if you can't, we really still thank you for tuning in and joining us for this Big Ten title game. Fabulous one here.
Yeah, I mean, this is an awesome environment. Me and Alex, fair share of trips. Me and Alex have done our fair share of trips and over our WCBN career. This is the biggest game I think we've called together, and you couldn't ask, you could not ask for an experience like this. This is truly unforgettable. Tie game, just over 5 minutes to go in the Big Ten title game. March basketball, best time of the year. Thank you for sticking with us, folks.
Back to basketball, 45-45. Our score here, Wisconsin basketball on the half court. Tonje gets it in to Nolan Winter, who hands it off to John Blackwell. Tonje, Klesmit, Crowell, Blackwell, Winter for the Badgers. It's with Crowell on the left wing. He hands it off to Klesmit. Uses a screen from Crowell. Has Golden switched on him. Gets a half step. Kicks it out to Winter. One more Tonje on the right wing. He's doubled by Donaldson and Burnett. Picks up his dribble. Gets up top to Winter. Back over to Tonje. Drives into Burnett on the left side. Stops the lane. Leans into Burnett. And a blocking foul called on Amari Burnett. John Tonje, a physical downhill guard, earns himself a pair at the stripe. 45-45. 5:19 to play, second half.
And Tonje has not had the offensive production he has wanted going into this championship game, but he has done a phenomenal job at drawing the foul, drawing some contact, going to the line. Now he goes for his 7th attempt.
Tonje 6 for 6 today, bends the knees. First free throw is up, and he missed it. He missed it off the front of the rim. 5:19 to play, tied 45 all. Namari Burnett's 3rd personal there. And 9 team fouls on the Wolverines. Next foul puts Wisconsin in the double bonus. 8 fouls on Wisconsin. Tonje bends the knees. Second free throw up and down. Wisconsin by 1. 46-45 Badgers. 5:19 to play. For the Wolverines, it's Donaldson, Wolf, and Golden, Burnett, and Cheddar. All 3 bigs in there for Michigan. It's with Wolf on the left wing, guarded by Winter. Golden sets him a screen to his left, now slips to the basket. Wolf touches it behind him to Burnett. He drives down from the left wing, kicks it out. Wolf up top, gets another screen from Golden to his left. Sidestep three-pointer for Wolf is up and short. Rebound for Tonje off to the right side. Strong box out for John Tonje. Here's John Blackwell up to the top for the Badgers. 46-45 Wisconsin. Blackwell gets a screen from Crowell to his right. Now leaves it behind him for Winter on the right wing. One more Klesmit. He drives to the top of the key. Wolf switched on to him. Bounced it over to Stephen Crowell on the left wing. Way out. High to the left of the logo to Tonje. Crosses over on Cheddar. Drives to the cup. Rises! Oh, man, a two-handed stuff off 1 foot for John Tonje. 48-45 Wisconsin. 4:30 to play here in the Big Ten Championship. Danny Wolf up top over to Tre Donaldson. Down by 3, drives off a Golden screen, kicks it out. Namari Burnett wide open, left corner 3, down the hatch. Namari Burnett from the corner, we're tied. 48 all, 4:12 to play. It's with Winter now over to Tonje, right wing, gets a screen from Winter, picks up his dribble. Over to Crowell on the left wing. Crowell wants a handoff for Klesmit, gives it to him on the left wing, uses a screen from Crowell, back out Crowell, pick and pop, puts up the left wing three-pointer, he got it. Crowell for 3, 51-48 Wisconsin.
And they're just trading blows back to back. Here's the offensive shootout that we have thought going into this game.
Namari Burnett catches left wing for Michigan. Up top for Donaldson at the logo. Gets a screen from Golden to his right. Crossover on Blackwell. Crossover again. Drives down the right lane. Elevates to the block. Banks it home off 2 feet. And flexes on John Blackwell. Donaldson stood face to face with Blackwell and flexed the muscles. Timeout Dusty May, and might have saved his point guard a technical.
Yeah.
51-50 Wisconsin, 3:31 to play second half. Timeout on the floor.
Blackwell certainly wanted that one called, but Tre Donaldson, that is tough from him. That's all you need to get him going, get that electricity going. He has found an unmatched enthusiasm and energy in this tournament that I haven't seen from him in weeks, if not months, and maybe not even the entire season, and it has come in such a huge way when the lights are the absolute brightest here in the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis on Selection Day, Championship Sunday, and now he has crawled his team back, 1 point down, 3.5 minutes to go here in this championship game.
And it's been a total team effort for Michigan. Nobody in double figures for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
9 for Vlad Golden, 8 for Namari Burnett and LJ Kaysen, 6 apiece for Donaldson and Wolf and Cheddar, 5 for Reuben Jones, and 2 for Roddy Gale Jr. For Wisconsin, Blackwell leads the way with 18, Max Klesmit with 10, John Tonje with 9. 5 for Winter, 3 for Gilmore, 2 for McGee, 4 for Stephen Crowell. Wisconsin by 1, 51-50, 3:31 to play in the second half of the Big Ten Championship game. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. Thanks for sticking with us on WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan.
And yeah, this has just been a phenomenal experience so far. And for the Badgers, how about John Blackwell, the Bloomfield Hills native, right up your neck of the woods? He has had a great tournament so far. 14 points against MSU, 18 points against UCLA, and has showed up, has taken the mantle from John Tonje. He has not been hitting his shots, but Blackwell has taken it himself. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 for 13 from the field. And for Tonje, incredible job from Reuben Jones again. He had his work cut out from him from the jump, and he has done a phenomenal job containing John Tonje. 9 points at an incredibly inefficient rate, 1 for 10 from the field, and 7 of his 9 points have been from the charity stripe.
And you brought up John Blackwell, the Michigan native. In his post-game presser yesterday, asked about the win over Michigan State. He said he grew up, obviously, in the Metro Detroit area, watching Michigan and Michigan State do battle, and that he was privileged to be able to play on this kind of stage. And boy, has he shown up against the Wolverines today. 18 for Blackwell. And the Badgers have needed every bit of it on a day that scoring has been hard to come by for both teams. 51-50 Wisconsin, 3:31 to play in the second half.
And again, to just hammer the rebounds, Michigan has kind of tightened up the overall rebounding margin, 42-33. The physicality has come up of late, but just offensively, 12-4. Wisconsin has made it look really easy on the defensive glass. Michigan not crashing on offense, and they need to do that to get this lead back and only expand it.
51-50 Wisconsin, 3:31 to play in the second half here in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Big Ten Championship on the line, Wisconsin and Michigan. It's Wisconsin basketball after Donaldson finished a through-contact layup on the floor for the Badgers. Winter, Blackwell, Tonje, Klesmit, and Crowell, the 5 starters. Michigan with Donaldson, Burnett, Cheddar, Golden, Wolf. Michigan in a 2-3 zone, I believe, for the first time this afternoon. Now they may have gone man-to-man. It's with Klesmit on the left side, guarded by Wolf. Back to Klesmit from Winter. Klesmit bounced it up top for Crowell. Dribble handoff action with Tonje on the right wing. Tonje has Cheddar switched onto him. Now it's hedged by Burnett. Over to Crowell, right back to Tonje, guarded by Burnett. 3 on the shot clock. Tonje lost the basketball, has to force up a long 2-pointer on the baseline. He missed it short, and it goes out of bounds on the baseline off of Nolan Winter. Michigan basketball, Wisconsin by 1, 51-50, 2:58 to play in this ball game.
And that's just great defense from Namari Burnett on John Tonje. First had the hedge, and just phenomenal perimeter defense from Namari Burnett, not necessarily known for his defensive prowess, but has looked good against Tonje.
Gilmore in there for Winter. As Tre Donaldson brings it up, Michigan down by 1, 2:50 to play here in the Big Ten title game. Donaldson at the logo, crosses over into a Golden screen to his right on the right wing, picks it up, dumps it down to Golden down low, pass too high, went through his hands, but he was bumped on the floor. He was surrounded by Blackwell and Gilmore. They'll put it on Blackwell. So Golden will go to the stripe. 9th team foul on Wisconsin. 9 team fouls for both teams. Next foul will send either team to the double bonus. Golden will shoot the 1-and-1, down 51-50 to Wisconsin. Golden has not gone to the stripe today. He's a 72% shooter on the season. He bends the knees. First free throw is up and rattles in and out for Vlad Golden. Here comes Blackwell for Wisconsin. Up 51-50 are the Badgers. Michigan again flashes a 2-3 zone to open the possession. Over to Tonje, right side, into the corner on the right side for Crowell. He kicks it up, Blackwell right wing, into Klesmit, right corner, 3-pointer is up and no good. He missed it short. Rebound, Tonje underneath. He forced it back up and is rejected by Cheddar. It goes out of bounds on the baseline off of Michigan. Stays Wisconsin basketball, 51-50 Badgers, 2:21 to play second half.
The refs letting both teams play physical. John Tonje, I think, got away with a little bit of a left elbow action in the box out against Amari Burnett.
Blackwell, the inbounder on the baseline, 17 on the clock for the Badgers. It's up to Gilmore on the right wing, guarded by Cheddar. One more Klesmit left wing. Has Danny Wolf on him. Klesmit kicks it up, Blackwell wide open, top of the key 3-pointer, rattles in and off, rebound Golden. Here comes Donaldson, a blur in transition, down by a point, just over 2 minutes to play in the championship game. Donaldson slows it down now and stops with a Big Ten logo. Sets this Michigan offense up. Gets a screen from Golden to his right. Fires a three-pointer and buries it. Tre Donaldson for three. 53-51 Michigan. A minute 47 to play. Stephen Crowell up top for the Badgers, down by 2. It's over to Carter Gilmore on the right side. Hands it off to Tonje, uses the Gilmore screen, fires a right wing three-pointer. He missed it off the front of the rim. Batted out by Crowell, and a loose ball foul called on Cheddar, who barreled into Gilmore. Or excuse me, they'll put the foul on Donaldson. Yep. My apologies there. Cheddar is down. He took a hit there with Gilmore toward the latter half.
Yeah, Donaldson came chugging up from around the free throw line to try to get that ball. He's got his juices flowing after that big three to take the lead for the Wolverines.
Klesmit now will shoot a pair. Wisconsin in the double bonus now from here on out. Down by 2. Klesmit, good free throw shooter at 84%. Bends the knees. First free throw is pure, nothing but net. Tre Donaldson now has 4 fouls. He's still in there for Michigan. 53-52 Wolverines. A minute 34 to play in the championship game. Klesmit at the line. His first trip of the day. He's now 1 for 1. Bends the knees. Second free throw is up. He got it. 2 for 2 for Klesmit. We're tied. 53-53. A minute 34 to play. Tre Donaldson will walk it up for the Wolverines. Tie game. 90 seconds to play here in Indianapolis. And the Gainbridge Fieldhouse fans rise to their feet. Donaldson in and out dribble on the right wing. Kicks it out. Cheddar wide open above the break three-pointer. Rattles in and out. Golden bats it out long, but it goes off the Badgers, they say. It'll stay with Michigan for now, but Jeffrey Anderson waves the finger. They'll take a look.
Multiple open looks for Michigan on that possession. Amari Burnett on the opposite wing was wide open, and I think that's a higher percentage shot. You know you want to feed Will Cheddar, who hit 2 straight from behind the arc, but Burnett within himself, 2 for 3 from behind the arc. 2 good opportunities as the Badgers, there defensively, have crashed the paint and tried to prevent Golden or Wolf down low.
53 all, a minute 17 to play between Michigan and Wisconsin. Big Ten championship on the line. And a pivotal call here of who this basketball goes out of bounds off of. It looked like to me Golden knocked it out, but it could have caught a Badger on the way. That was what the initial call on the floor was.
You know, always in these replay situations, always hard to overturn the initial call.
On the court stands Michigan basketball. In the half court, the Wolverines have it. All square, 53 apiece, a minute 17 to play here in Indianapolis. They're back on the floor for Michigan. Donaldson will be the inbounder. Burnett, Golden, Cheddar, and Wolf still for the Badgers. It's Blackwell, Klesmit, Crowell, Tonje, and Carter Gilmore. Donaldson looks to get it in, gets it up top to Wolf. He's now on the left wing, kicks in the left corner. Burnett right back to Wolf up top, gets a screen from Golden, crosses over, drives left, try to dump it down to Golden. Pass deflected by Gilmore, and Wolf lets it go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolverines. John Blackwell again immediately waves for another review. And once again, they'll take a look here. Once again, initially ruled out off the Badgers. 53-53, a minute 06 to play in the second half. If it is Michigan basketball, there's 9 on the shot clock.
Again, 2 huge calls. 2 huge calls going to the referee stand. They're going to take another look at this one. Oh, that one looked like off Wisconsin from up here. Smart play from Wolf to not try to dive for that one and risk a definite Michigan turnover with the Badgers going the other way in a tie game.
53-53. 66 seconds to play in regulation to decide who will win the Big Ten Tournament Championship. Go Blue chant echoes from one side of Gainbridge Fieldhouse to the other.
The whole stadium on its feet.
(53-53), a minute 06 to play. And if Michigan does have the basketball, you've got 9 seconds on the shot clock in the half court. Where do you look here?
I mean, I think you feed Tre Donaldson with how hot he has been. his electricity, his aggression, I think you go to him. But I think after that, you go to Golden. You know exactly what he gives you in the post, especially against Corral. He's only had 9 points.
Call on the floor confirmed this time. So it is Michigan basketball. 9 on the shot clock. They'll inbound from the far sideline. 53-53. That's the side of the right wing for Michigan. Burnett will be the inbounder. Donaldson in the backcourt for Michigan. Golden at the elbow. Wolf and Cheddar at the blocks. Burnett has the basketball, fires to Donaldson in the backcourt. 7 on the shot clock as he crosses half court. Gets a screen from Golden. Kicks it out Burnett up top. 3 on the shot clock. Back to Donaldson. Sidesteps to his right. Puts up a three-pointer. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound Danny Wolf. He lost it off the foot of Carter Gilmore and out of bounds. Jeffrey Anderson quick to come over, and they'll take a look at this again. Once again, initially called Michigan, and that one I think clearly off Gilmore's foot.
Yeah, clearly off Gilmore's foot. I don't even know why they have to look at this one. I mean, we have a great angle right here. That was right in the left corner, right in front of us. Yeah, that was clearly out of Wisconsin. Michigan will retain possession without a doubt.
So they'll take a look for a third time whether a ball was called out of bounds correctly off the Badgers. Still tied 53-53, 54.6 seconds remain here in regulation. It'll be Michigan basketball barring a shocking call here on the baseline with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Credit to Wolf getting up there, boxing out.
Yeah.
Getting his hands on the board initially.
Yeah, especially when that physicality down low has not been there at all for Michigan down the stretch. Wisconsin has made it easy, rebounding down low off the glass, and in a big spot, Danny Wolf comes in, grabs the board himself, and gives Michigan yet another chance on a third chance opportunity for Michigan with a tie ball game under a minute to decide the Big Ten championship.
Call confirmed once again. Michigan basketball. It's on the baseline. Same 5 for the Wolverines. Donaldson, Burnett, Cheddar, Wolf, and Golden. Same 5 for the Badgers. Their starters minus Winter insert Gilmore with Blackwell, Tanjay, Crowell, and Klesmit. Donaldson will be the inbounder for Michigan. Gets it up top to Danny Wolf on the left wing. Wolf has Gilmore on him. Gets it to Golden on the block. Guarded by Crowell. No double comes. Right-handed baby hook from Golden from 4 feet out. He was fouled. Vlad Golden will go to the stripe and shoot a pair. 53-53, 46.6 seconds to play. That's the 10th foul on Wisconsin. Both teams now in the double bonus from here on out. 46.6 seconds remain. Golden will shoot a pair. 0 for 1 at the stripe. He missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier. 72% shooter. Big free throws here. Bends the knees, hands over the head. Shot is up and down for Golden. 54-53 Michigan. 46.6 to play. Golden takes a deep breath, relaxes the shoulders, takes 2 dribbles. Sets and fires, knocks them down. Both of them for Vlad Golden. 55-53 Michigan. Reuben Jones checks in for Will Cheddar on defense. 55-53 Michigan. 46.6 seconds to play. Will Cheddar, as he goes to the bench, fires up the crowd, whips his hands over his heads. They're on their feet here in Gainbridge. Michigan by 2. Blackwell into the forecourt. Gets a screen from Crowell to his left. Kicked it into the corner. Wolf knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Wisconsin basketball on the sideline. 39.6 seconds to play, 23 seconds on the shot clock, and Greg Gard takes a timeout for Wisconsin.
This is a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout, 55-53 Michigan, 39.6 seconds to play in this ball game. Wolverines by 2, Wisconsin basketball on the half court.
And the energy totally on Michigan's side. Will Cheddar, as he was subbing out of the game, was hyping up Reuben Jones, who's had a phenomenal defensive game in this one, containing John Tanjay. And for Michigan defensively, I don't know who you guard, honestly. You know what John Tanjay has done despite his 9-point performance, 7 off the boards. Max Klesman has had a good game and is proven to have a solid shooting night as well. John Blackwell has had a phenomenal game. Crowell can shoot, Gilmore can shoot. This is a really dangerous 5 right now on for the Badgers. I really don't know what you do defensively for Michigan.
Hail to the victors. Chanted out by the Michigan fans here in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Wisconsin basketball down 55-53. 39.6 to play in the second half. Tanjay will be the inbounder on the sideline, close to the left wing. Gets it into Gilmore. He hands it back to Tanja. He's up top, doubled by Burnett and Golden. Drive to the right block, spins, fades away over Golden, missed it short. Vlad Golden squeezed the rebound, and it was knocked away from him by Tanja. Goes out of bounds to the baseline. Initially called out of bounds off of Golden, and I'm sure they'll take a look at this one as well. They will.
Yeah, and I thought that was a heads-up play from Tanja, though Golden firmly had the rebound. Tanja stripped that one away. Golden cannot re-corral that one after the pickpocket, and I think this will go Wisconsin's way.
55-53 Michigan. Initially called Wisconsin basketball. 30.9 seconds to play here in the second half of the Big Ten tournament final. Michigan and Wisconsin.
Man, I can't take this. It's so tense in here. It is so tense. Boy. And, talk about Michigan's comeback. Wisconsin had, I believe, an 11-point lead, in the first half of the second half. But, they have come back now. 2-point lead, 30 seconds to go, all to play for a Big Ten championship. Should be used to it by now. Most of these Michigan basketball games are heart attacks. And
it'll be Wisconsin basketball. So far, all these reviews, Crew's gotten it right at the initial time, all 4 times. It'll be Wisconsin basketball on the baseline. John Blackwell, the inbounder. Tanja and Crowell at each block. Gilmore and Klesmet each at an elbow. Blackwell has the basketball in his hands, looks to get it in, and gets it into Tanja. Pump fakes on the right wing, drives past Golden, stops in the lane, kicks it out Blackwell, right wing. He drives in the lane, leans into Golden, hangs in the air, right-handed scoop shot, no good. Tre Donaldson squeezed the rebound and passed it off to Danny Wolf. One more, Burnett, 19 seconds, up to Wolf. He's into the half court, only one man to beat.
Why aren't they
over
fouling?
To Ruben Jones, back up Donaldson. Now
Why
the
aren't they
foul comes.
fouling?
They couldn't get
What are they
anyone to a
doing?
Wolverine. And Tre Donaldson is fouled. Michigan in the double bonus, up by 2. 14.3 seconds to play in the second half. Donaldson to the stripe.
why don't you foul there if you're Wisconsin?
I don't think they could get to the basketball. Donaldson at the stripe here. Today he's 4 for 4 on the season, 68% shooter.
Wow.
He bends the knees, first free throw's up, he got it. 56-53 Michigan, 14.3 to play second half. Huge free throw coming for Donaldson. Donaldson bends the knees. But first he takes a pair of dribbles. Bends the knees, second free throw up, rattles home, Michigan by 4. Here comes Blackwell, 13 seconds to play. He's into the front court, leans around Wolf, turns the corner, drives in, fires a mid-range jumper, missed it short, rebound batted around, Blackwell squeezes it, fires a 3 in the left corner, airballed it short, Wolf the rebound, and he is fouled. 0.7 on the clock. The Wolverines can feel it now. Michigan by 4. Wolf will go to the stripe. Burnett and Golden, the freshman year roommates all those years ago, share a massive hug at half court.
And Tre Donaldson says night-night to the Wisconsin Badgers, and they're 0.7 of a second away from a Big Ten championship. Who else do you want at the charity stripe? After Tre Donaldson struggled to close out the regular season, who else do you want to ice a Big Ten championship other than Tre Donaldson?
Michigan by 4. Now it's Wolf at the stripe. 0.7 to play. First free throw for Wolf is up, and toilet bowls down for Danny Wolf. 58-53 Michigan by 5. It is all but over. 0.7 to play. The sweet sound of the buzzer awaits Michigan momentarily. Wolf bends the knees. Second free throw up and down. 59-53. It's into Tanja. A baseball pass down, and that will do it. Michigan wins the Big Ten championship game 59-53 over Wisconsin. The Wolverines came into this tournament with questions to answer. 3 losses to end the regular season. Underdogs in all 3 games in the Big Ten tourney. Well, many of those questions have been answered. Yes, this team can beat ranked opponents. Yes, this team is a contender. Of course, Dusty May is the right man for the job in his first year. The Wolverines are Big Ten tournament championships. The Wolverines are not underdogs. These are just straight dogs, TJ. 59-53 Michigan over Wisconsin. The Wolverines will head to March Madness on a 3-game win streak and a Big Ten title in their pockets.
Boy, Alex, you could not have summed that up any better. Wow. Who would have thought? We never imagined us three calling these 3 games that we would leave Indianapolis with a Big Ten championship title. And you gotta love it. You gotta love it for these guys. It's not only Vlad Golden and Wolf who had phenomenal performances, but the guard play. Tre Donaldson. Who else do you want to ice this game other than Tre Donaldson? Roddy Gale has come up in a huge way, and as they show Michigan Wolverines tournament champions, it is hard to believe after how this regular season ended. 3 straight losses. Michigan leaves in Dusty May's first season here in Ann Arbor. He comes away with a Big Ten championship.
Depending on how you consider it, that has either never been done, a first-year head coach to win the Big Ten tournament. The only time comparable, in 1998, Brian Ellerby won it for Michigan as an interim head coach in the first iteration of this tournament. Otherwise, it has never been done by a first-year man. Dusty May stamps his name in the history books in year 1. 59-53 Michigan over Wisconsin. The Wolverines beat Purdue, beat Maryland, beat Wisconsin. 3 straight ranked wins to win the Big Ten tournament championship.
Boy. It doesn't get any better than this. It is March basketball, the best time of the year. Huh. What a way to start the month of March if you're a Michigan fan. 3 straight wins, and not many people thought we would take down Purdue in the first game, and we have persisted. Michigan's guard play, everybody has come alive for this team to come away. This is a complete team victory, complete team title. There's no one individual effort for this team that has resulted in this title for Michigan. It's been the team, and they have done this to start here in Indianapolis, and what a way to start March right before you go into March Madness. I can't believe it, Alex. Can't believe it.
You hear it, Mr. Brightside, played here in Gainbridge. And Tracy Wolfson's interview of Tre Donaldson pumped through the speakers here. But boy, oh boy, what a win for the Wolverines. Now Dusty May getting interviewed, but man, oh man, just a total team effort.
Yep.
Donaldson and Golden led the way just with 11. 8 for Wolf, 8 for Burnett, 8 for Kaysen, 6 for Cheddar, 5 for Jones, 2 for Gale Jr.
And you gotta love it for Dusty May, coming in here with a lot of work to do in Ann Arbor, and has had a complete turnaround from last to first, rags to riches for this Michigan Wolverine team, and now they end the season on top of the Big Ten. And you gotta love it for Dusty May and the guys.
How about this team? How about these Wolverines, folks? 59-53 over the Wisconsin Badgers. They trailed by 11 at one point in the second half. They did what they have done all year long. They came back. They won a close game. They closed it out in a huge win in the Big Ten championship game. And also want to shout out, how about Will Cheddar and Damari Burnett? Yeah. 2 guys that stuck around from last year, played pivotal roles all season long, and tonight, and they say it, those who stay will be champions. Damari Burnett and Will Cheddar are champions wearing the maize and blue.
You just got to love it for all of these guys, particularly for Dusty May. Unproven on the big stage like this, comes into a huge program, historic albeit, for the University of Michigan, with a lot of work to improve this team. This team won 3 Big Ten games. Now Dusty comes in with 16 now and a championship. I mean, that's crazy to think about. Going into this season, I mean, going into this week, you never would have thought Michigan would have come away with a Big Ten tournament championship. And who else would I rather be with than Alex Miller?
It's been a blast, TJ.
Jeez.
Ethan Summers had the first half, had the second half. Fabulous call on the Michigan winner by Donaldson yesterday. And it's been a blast to be with both of you guys for this whole weekend. This Michigan team's journey far from done. They've got some more to do here in the month of March.
But what a way to go into March Madness with 3 straight. You know, you lose 3 straight to end it. Win 3 straight here when the lights are brightest here in Indianapolis, with all on the line, from fan confidence to internal confidence. But confidence within this team never wavered. They knew they can beat Purdue. They went into Maryland in a tight game. Tre Donaldson said, I can do this myself. Iced that game just yesterday, and today came back down 11 at one point in the second half to win this game and the championship. What a story.
All the Wisconsin red is bled out of this building, but the maize and blue have stuck around to see this trophy presentation that's taking place at midcourt. The Michigan Wolverines knock off the Badgers of Wisconsin 59-53 in the Big Ten championship game. And what a first season for Dusty May in Ann Arbor.
What a weekend this was. I know. Boy. All right, who's your pick for most outstanding player? You didn't vote?
I don't know. No, I did not vote. I forgot. Got too swept up. I mean, I think it could be Donaldson. He had some clutch plays. Wolf had the best box scores the first 2 games. Today, very much a team effort. I couldn't really tell you. It could be John Tonje, except he struggled tonight. The trophy has been handed to Dusty May.
Awesome.
The confetti blows over the top of them.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
The Michigan Wolverines are Big Ten tournament champions. Reuben Jones now has the trophy for the Wolverines. The graduate student had a couple stellar defensive plays this afternoon. Now Tre Donaldson and Will Cheddar go to it. Cheddar picks it up.
That's got to be rewarding for him. Career Michigan guy now hoists the Big Ten trophy.
You were having trouble getting over the hump, and your energy, your enthusiasm gave us that jolt. And then these guys made plays. They came together and did it as a unit, like they've done it since they walked on campus from every other direction you could possibly imagine. So very, very proud of this group. Awesome, awesome people first and foremost, and now forever, the championship will bind this group together.
There was Dusty May at the podium. Proud of this group of guys.
A Big Ten men's basketball tournament. Jim and Kitty Delaney,
most outstanding player coming up here.
Golden.
Are the trophy namesakes, former Big Ten Commissioner Jim Delaney and his wife Kitty. From Michigan, Vladislav Golden.
And it's Vlad Golden.
Yep.
Vlad Golden, graduate year for the Wolverines against Maryland. Yesterday he had 25. Against Purdue he had 15. Today, Golden had 11. He was dominant on the boards, dominant on the block, and Vlad Golden is the most outstanding player, but really that box score doesn't express it. And a big part of that, this was a team effort. This whole run, you could have given that to a number of guys. Vlad Golden takes home the hardware. Wolverines as a whole take home the hardware. They are champions here in Indianapolis by the score of 59-53. All tournament team comes up here. Derek Queen of Maryland, very deserving. John Blackwell of Wisconsin gets in.
Did not vote for him.
John Tonje, Danny Wolf,
Golden,
and Vlad Golden. And Tre Donaldson just misses it. But all those very deserving winners. Blackwell and Tonje, fabulous for Wisconsin. Queen was excellent for Maryland in their run. And the Wolverine squad now leads the remaining Michigan fans in a rendition of Hail to the Victors from center court here in Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Wow, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. And to end the season with 3 straight losses and now complete pendulum swing for Michigan, 3 straight to win this title.
The Michigan Wolverines.
This is a team effort. I know Vladislav Golden, I mean, this is a big award for him and what he has done for this team, but this is a team effort. I mean, especially with the guard play. LJ Kaysen had a huge game with 8 points, 2 from behind the arc.
He did.
Tre Donaldson and Roddy Gale, which you have to give flowers to Roddy Gale Jr. Struggled. His confidence was so down. Reverted to the bench, was the main shot creator off the second unit, and really fell into that role and was huge in this Michigan team's success. So you just got to give it to the guard play and what they have done, and that has been the X factor.
A lot of guys stepped up, no doubt about it. Reuben Jones had a pair of 3-pointers in Michigan's first game of this event that were huge. Namari Burnett had a couple big shots throughout this weekend. Donaldson was the hero yesterday. Up and down this roster. Big plays all over the place. And the Wolverines win 3 straight over ranked opponents to win their 3rd or 4th, depending if you count 1998 or not, Big Ten Tournament Championship, their first since 2018. And Dusty May is first in his first year in the maize and blue. TJ, we can go on all day long, but anything else you've got here before we wrap this one up?
You know, we said all we could say about Michigan, and I got to give flowers to Wisconsin. They had a phenomenal season. This does not take away from what they have achieved. Preseason 12th in the conference. They were so close to a Big Ten title here in Indianapolis, and both this Wolverine team and this Badger team can really make noise in March. Wolverines came out on top. What a game, what a tournament, what a season, and it is still not over for the Wolverines.
Michigan defeats Wisconsin 59-53 in the Big Ten Tournament final game. There is still confetti of the maize and blue colors twirling down here in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And I imagine a lot of people in this building are not going to forget this one today. Michigan by 6. For TJ Fossmeyer, for Ethan Summers, who was wonderful on the first half, thank you to everybody who tuned in to WCBN's coverage throughout this whole weekend. What a weekend it was. And for Alex Miller, I'm Alex Miller. For the rest of us, everybody, thank you so much. Pleasure to say once again, we'll leave you as we always do with a good afternoon and a go blue. We'll see you later in March, folks.
This year's tournament.